Welcome everybody to this week's BrickTalk. Those of you who are on Twitter would have been hearing us a little earlier, doing a little bit of the early warming, getting some of the kinks out of the way in terms of the tech. And those of you who are just joining us now, or if you're watching or listening in the future, hi, welcome. This is this week's BrickTalk on that topic, financial independence, right? Right after Independence Day in Jamaica, financial independence. And I thought it would be a great topic for us to talk about this week, considering that a lot of people are a lot closer to financial independence thanks to a couple of stocks, chief among which is Trans Jamaica. So, as always, I'm your host Randy, and you'll hear from the co-host and anybody else who wants to join in a moment. But as always, I also start off by telling everybody that we are not giving out financial advice on this show. Yes, we talk about stocks. Yes, we talk about investments. We talk about what we do, what we will do, what we won't do, what we might do, and other people do the same. But don't take anything that's said on the show as investment advice. Good, bad, or ugly, don't take that as investment advice, right? Dana is the only licensed investment advisor on the show. And while he's on the show, he's not acting as an investment advisor, right? We're just three people who really like investing, like the market, love Jamaica, and we want to, help as many people as we can. So, with that said, welcome to the financial independence episode. And also, we encourage you, if you're listening live, to join in. Send a speaking request, talk to us. We'd love to hear from you guys. There's always something we can help you with. We love the pushback. You don't have to agree with us. You don't have to know all the things. You don't have to be on top of it. And I assure you that I know that there's somebody listening or watching now who has something that they wonder, or they want to know, or want us to talk about. And we want to hear from you, right? Trust me, you're not too low in knowledge to talk to us or talk about this stuff. You know a lot more than you know, by the way. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know a whole lot more than you might think, And we really want to hear from you. So send a speaking request and we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to talk about the market, anything you want to talk about, or tell us, blah, 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 or ask us. And yeah, that's the intro. I think I've said enough. So we do have somebody who did
Yes.
send a speaking request very, very quickly. And has been waiting patiently. And I keep saying the Brittany, that is her name, correct? Travel with Brittany. Brittany underscore. How are you doing, Brittany?
Hey guys, I'm doing good.
Oh,
I
Yeah, what's up,
really
boss?
wanted to talk to you guys tonight. Hi Dana, what's up?
yeah. Well, you wanted to talk to us. What's the thing that you wanted to talk to us about?
So Trans Jamaica was very interesting this week. It really showed, like, especially today, it showed a lot of people panic selling. And for
Mm-hmm.
the persons who
Ooh.
got in on that, big up themselves. Because I saw a lot of people wishing it would go down to a certain price. And I wonder if they put in the queue or put in the queue the order that they wanted it to go down to. Because it did go to 1098. I saw it when I was went to 1098 and I was like, thank God I come out. But I had plans for what I wanted to do. So I never jumped back in immediately. I plan to. But it's like there are so many people that were saying I can't wait for it to drop. And I wonder if they got in when it dropped. That's one of the things that I was thinking about. But one of the things I think I got from Trans Jamaica, I love the chatter that was happening on Twitter, and for everybody who was saying them can't wait to buy. It really let me like self reflect to all the times I wish I said that I wish I had bought, and I see the prices skyrocket to what it is now. So
Mm.
everybody who said they wish they had bought Trans Jamaica, they literally helped me out with my investment my
Today,
investment strategies.
Hope that.
today, I love that.
Yeah.
So you say a bunch of things
Um.
there. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh, okay. No, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
So you said a bunch of things. You say, one,
Mm-hmm.
you saw a lot of the selling today, and you said panic selling.
Yeah.
What you guys think? You guys agree? Shade and I, what do you think? A
Mm-hmm.
lot of panic selling today?
Mm, when it did the dip, when it
I,
did the
I
dip,
I I have to go check back what the trading look like exactly
it did
today.
look away. I saw it,
I didn't look at it like that. I just find it
but
interesting. It did close below
Mm-hmm.
the last trading, the
weak
previous
fence.
trading day. So it's 12:11 before 12 and 12 flat today.
So
Sorry.
today it went down to like 1098. I remember that price specific because I was like, I literally like refreshed my thing
Look at
to
that.
see
No
where it
tells
is
even like
now.
you.
and I saw it at 10.98. So that means persons were like just selling, trying to get rid because they thought maybe it would just drop to, I don't know.
You,
I wouldn't say it means that.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing. It's hard. It's very often hard to get up and say why. So especially on some of trades like this, that why that person did that thing. You know, you can. The best thing often the best thing I'm comfortable with saying is that it is that the trade happened, not why it happened. Very often I don't know why that person did it because 12.85, 12.85 at 9 o'clock. Because that trade happened at 9 o'clock. A lot.
Yeah.
So,
Which is
700 what?
Yeah. But bro, there's nothing else. There's nothing else even close. Like I said, 2,000 odd.
500 trades happened at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Which is indicative of a lot, right? Or can be indicative of a whole lot. Well, continue that. I just try to.
Yeah, so I'm scrolling to pretend it's to 10.98.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's hard for me to tell you that's why. But there's a lot of trading so the auto trades happen at 9 o'clock, and then the trades after that, all of them were lower than the. So it seems that the peak happened at 9. Yeah.
The peak in terms of
12.85 was the most was the highest thing. It was the highest trade today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then almost so it was falling a lot after that. So I can see why it says a panic. So so basically that's like trade high, then it's falling. So you think some people came in and said, all right, I want to get up before it's falling further. That's the idea.
Yeah, that's what I think happened.
I mean the trade
Obviously,
is
it's,
going
it's just
down.
speculation.
12.10 now, 12.01, then it goes into the 11s. Yeah, so it was higher than it. Oh,
Yeah, it
I
just
mean,
kept dipping.
I get why you say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 9:41 after that's a 40 minutes ago, it was trading at 12.85, peaking, and then at 9:41 it's trading at 10.98, and then the rest of the day it went back up. There are no 12s left in the buy queue.
You talking about specifically at what time?
I know they don't know, and they're
Oh, at the end of the day. At the end of the day, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's so it goes from 12.85 to 10.98, then back up to 12. 12 is, and then they're done. So I guess I get why you'd say it's panic selling. Is it panicking? I don't know. I still don't know, especially talking about transfer maker.
Yeah. Why you think panicking?
This could be the plan working as it needs to.
Yeah. Why you think panicking, Brittany?
I don't know. I think based on the chatter that I'm seeing, or that persons are seeing, it's too good to be true, kind of thing. Like, oh, it go from this price, and as I said, this is just speculation of what I think people are thinking.
Of course.
But it's too good to be true. From $10, from maybe $9 last month up to $12, almost $13. How far can this go? I want to hurry up and get up before yeah, I'm gonna get my profit, kind of thing. And that's what I think happened. It's like, I'm not gonna catch this. And that's what I think really happened during that period right there. But I have faith that it will go up to a price that I think it will go to. And as I said,
what's that price?
Honestly, I don't. I'd say 30. That's
you
my
said
price that
30
I work
or
in.
13?
Yeah, 30.
30?
And obviously not something that's gonna happen this year or next year, or
you say it's
maybe, but
obvious.
something that I'm seeing in the
I don't know if it's
future
obvious.
wise.
I don't know that it's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you know that's obvious? Yeah. Why you thought down your dream?
No, it's just that I have something in the plans. So my plans are okay to wait a little while, kind of thing. So it's okay. I'm willing to wait, but I know it's gonna come.
Man plans, God laughs.
Yeah.
Your plan doesn't make something else. The same. People laughing with us,
So wait,
Yeah.
going back to your 30. Why you say not this year, not next year?
As I said, I'm a speculative. Honestly, when I
Everybody's.
invest, and then I probably knows this, I just do things for the most part. I don't have a reason behind it. I just do it, and honestly, that's not the best way to go into things. Especially
I don't
investing.
think you're being truthful there. 'Cause you give me reasons when we spoke, and I don't think they were bad reasons for the
Yeah,
most
but they're
part.
not good enough reasons. They're not research stuff. They're not stuff that I looked into, like say, okay, I saw it annual reports and this was report. I don't know those stuff.
Have you done grow?
No, I haven't. And I'm going
Y-
to definitely do that for sure. And
Well,
you
now you
guys
have
have
all this
helped me
money. You
enough.
definitely should do grow
No,
because
sir, I don't have no money.
why why I'm saying that is because I think after you've done grow, you'll have a different you'll have an understanding, at least what at least I know Dana and Shay, me, we talk about research. That's not to say that you, oh, I saw this in the in the auditeds and blah 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 and in the notes. Not to say that you can't do that. Obviously, I can do that, but
Mhm.
you will be very very surprised. You heard last week. You heard last week when Ryan was on.
I didn't join last week.
Yeah, but you heard him.
I know I didn't get to listen.
Okay, if you do, if you go, it's a great episode. I mean, like I retweeted and spoke about like the last hour is almost all trans Jamaican stuff, right? But I thought the
Okay.
whole episode was great. The first part, though, the very first part, there's this wonderful conversation with Ryan, and he was talking a lot about. He was going into Dolphin Cove and sharing some of his research. I asked you about that because I want, if you are more than capable of research. And not, I don't think you're not capable.
Mhm.
What you
And
think
research doesn't
research
exactly.
is
Yes.
probably not what it is, right? Not but the people who do what you think of as research, the high level, blah blah blah. 99% of them aren't very good in the market, nor is their research very effective or useful.
Or they're
What
Or,
just okay.
or relevant.
or
I
relevant, yeah.
promise you, just reading reports, it doesn't go very far.
Correct. Yeah.
And
Understanding.
I'll even do it because they think that's thing. I can tell you the numbers back based on what I read in a report.
Mhm.
It doesn't make you any extra money.
Mhm.
It does, if any at all. Like,
I think
knowing what the profit is or something, that's
Don't
that.
help. Yeah. If I put it in a real way, just a real example of it. Like right now, I think Transjamaica is at $12. All right. So far this year, for the last 3 months, it has gone up 74%, right? And from the start of this year till now, it has gone up 160.3%. The real question, I think 99% of people want to know right now is it going to keep going up?
Mm-hmm.
If it going up more, how much it going to go up to? The people who don't own it are thinking, yo, should I buy it or is it too late? The people who do own it are thinking, yo, is it too late or should I sell?
Mm-hmm.
The people who are
Is it
who
done?
own it are considering, should I buy more? The people who own a lot of it are thinking, this is so great. I wonder if I can sell a little piece. They're also thinking, should I sell a lot? You see those questions? Those are the real questions.
Hello,
I
good
think
night.
all of us, yeah, night. Hold on one second. I have you on, but just hold on. Those questions I think are the real questions that most people actually want to get an answer to. Those are the questions that most people are actually thinking. Those are the questions that people act on. If Dana and Shay lay out something tonight that Donald Trump have a plan. He's gonna come to Jamaica with his bombers and he's gonna bomb the southernmost highway in the island. If that were to actually, if I were to show you something like that, and it's gonna happen next month, you would be a lot surer of the fact that that highway is gonna be destroyed, and you'd go, well, maybe sell it now. So you suddenly have a lot more surety around why it is that you want to act and what the act is that you want to do. That is what most people want. nothing in the annual report. I shouldn't say nothing. Very few things are going to speak very directly to the things that you really want to know. And so I find that the most value in research is around the things that answer the questions or help you to answer the questions that you really want to know. Not to sound good to anybody, not to win a competition, not to look good on TV or on YouTube or whatever and shake hands and sound like the top. You actually want to know what to do with your money. You want to know what's the best thing for your money. You want to know what's going to help you to make more money. You don't want to know what's going to help you to protect the money that you've already made. Those real questions you are perfectly capable of answering on your own. Once you can read and how I say it is, if you can go shop and come back with the right change, you can do it. And you don't need to be an expert. Most of my energy is spent around helping people to get past the idea of thinking that you need to be some high-level expert, because you already are a high-level expert. You just think that you don't know this stuff. And the people who think that, the crazy thing is that the people who think that they know it are sometimes the worst, because they are the people who want it to sound high level. So you have you have to know this. So you usually get it from the Forex people. No, not to anybody, but the Forex people. Oh God, the crypto people. The high level finance people, and they have a lot of knowledge. They do, but how many of them are actually rich? Let's look on that. How many of them are actually rich? How many of them actually make money? How many of them sound like the people who verifiably have money and talk about it? I know, again, no knock to anybody, but look on maybe your favorite finance person on Twitter's tweets, whoever that is, and compare it to maybe Chris Berry's tweets. No, unless your favorite finance person is Chris Berry, which some people it is. It might be a very different class of tweets. Yet I think there are very few people on Jamaica Twitter, if you will, who have anywhere near the money that Chris Berry has and touches, right? And again, think about the different class of tweets, the reality of what it is. And of course, end it with a plug. If you come grow, you'll see how we put all of that together, because again, you know more than enough. So I don't want you to be beating up yourself. Oh, but I don't have any great reason for what you do. Most people don't move based on great reasons. That's the truth.
Okay, fair enough. So I definitely going to the girl before they are finished.
Yeah,
sure.
you tell me that already still. And I hold on my breath for it, but I also know people don't appreciate it until they appreciate it. But just you make a whole lot of money now, so cash out some.
I claim that for real. I claim that I want it to be true.
They're manifesting.
Yeah.
I'm manifesting it too. I see a lot of persons too on Twitter were saying like, all right, everybody talking about Trans Jamaica. What else is happening? And I don't remember when I first saw the tweet, and then I looked and I saw Lasco, and I think I tweeted about it too. But Lasco has been doing good since August 4.
When you say good, what do you mean?
Has been like I have it up now. The change in price was like 4.69%. I think the day before was like 10%.
There's something to look up. You need to look on that queue there.
Yeah. Which one of the last?
There was a
LASD.
Lasco distribution. Lasco distributors.
Oh, it was the other one. Okay.
LASD. Which one were you talking about, Shay?
Last M.
Last M? The better Lasco.
And it's heavy volumes too. And I mean, I get the hype kind of thing and everything, but I understand what persons were saying as well. Like, what else is out there that persons aren't really looking at that is moving? So that's one of the things I picked up on.
That is one of the reasons why I also did this tonight, because I think I kind of touched on it earlier. If you're listening, if you're not on YouTube or one of the video platforms, if you're here in the space before you heard me talking about it, one of the things I think for now is that a lot of people have made a lot of money and they don't really, if they're honest with themselves, they don't really know why they've made a lot of money. They don't know how they've made a lot of money, but they have, right? Like I said, 300,000 Trans Jamaica at IPO is now 3.6 million today. So if you're still living your regular life, and 100 grand was a lot of money for you, 300 grand is a lot of money for you, and you suddenly have 3.6 million, or you have something worth 3.6 million, it's natural to think about, and I know people have a lot more than that, right? I know there are people who have a lot more than that, and they also don't know. You're not, I wouldn't say you're a fund manager. Not only are you not a fund manager outside your own funds, like you to go, I don't know what to go into it. It is a different skill, right? The movement of money, the management of money thing is a different skill. Even your own money, even you've heard us talk on this show. You hear Shay talk about it, Dan I talk about it, me talk about it. The difference in what you have to do when, as you are investing larger amounts of money, or you find yourself a larger amounts of money. And adding to your point, Brittany, when you get, let's say you have that surprise money, let's say 5, 10, 15, 20 million, whatever, right?
Wait,
and you
Randy,
don't know how you get it. And
one second, are you running another big money, girl? You should. It's time.
Yeah, I could call it that.
Okay,
I need to be more
tangent.
into my
Come
marketing.
back.
Thank you for
sorry.
that. You remind me about that. Maybe I should. The next advanced grow though is short term investing. I'm doing a series, and I paused it last month for Scotia, but I'm doing another. This month is actually focused on the circuit breaker, which is the ever changing, never changing circuit breaker rule, and how to navigate it and how you can use it to your own benefit. Anyway, back to the point. I think you're not the point out of my head while I'm going to say.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. What was I saying before? There's a specific thing. Oh yeah, as you manage different levels of money, you find yourself suddenly with a larger amount of money, and you don't have the experience in managing it. Right now, it's in Trans Jamaica shares or whatever. It could be in Carrera shares. It could be in a bunch of things. It could be in something that you just, because of the noise around stocks now, you took a look. Maybe you go My Money JA. You did the Connect thing. The beauty of one of the things that we did to work on the Connect plugin is that it allow people to just click 3 times and it load in all of your portfolio, and you can see how much your actual money is, how much your actual portfolio is at. Even the shares that you don't look at in the last 20 years, we will accurately tell you how much it's worth right now. Or about this 10, 15, 20 years ago, the platform will tell you how much it's worth right now, how much your dividend should be, blah, blah, blah. So maybe you just took a look at something and you're realizing, oh, wow, I have a lot more than I thought I did, or you get some surprise money. Somebody did and leave you some shares or whatever. Whatever the situation may be, you're now looking at a larger amount of money that you never expect. And maybe you want to keep it in stocks. And that's how you come around to that point that you made, pretending like, yo, what else is out there? What's the next Trans Jamaica? What's the next? What else should I put it in? What could I put it in? Like those expectations, I think is a major, major, major thing. Like what the next thing? And if you're not in it, what should you do? So, yes, that's not
Randy.
Yes, I am JJ Park.
All right, so I've been I
know you've been listening.
Listening to your show for the longest time.
Listen 2 minutes more now, because I don't think Tony was done. I want you to get I want us to be able to concentrate on whatever you say.
Go ahead. Yeah, man, no problem.
But we're so far down the point that I don't even remember two ways. The pretending. Bottom line is,
all right.
You have that point about what else is there. You mentioned last D. And you say it's doing good from August 1, which is to say it's a week now. That's just the share price that you're talking about. But you are mentioning it as an alternative to maybe Trans Jamaica.
Not necessarily an alternative, but like as I said, I saw somebody say like, what else is there apart from Trans Jamaica during the period, well, this week. And I saw a little movement in that. It's not something that really I ever looked on as a stock, but I was like, okay, there's actually movement apart from Trans Jamaica or a good amount of movement apart from Trans Jamaica on the market.
Of course.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah. From the start of the year till now, from the start of the year till today, there's lots of securities that have moved up.
That's why I love that thing that you do at the end of the month or the
Yeah.
end of the quarter. When you see a bunch of stocks that you were not looking at
That's
and how much they're up by.
exactly. Trans Jamaica isn't even a number one right now, and it hasn't been all year.
I know.
Yeah. Yo, right now, JetCon has given more profit from the start of the year
Big up JetCon.
than Trans Jamaica. Yeah, I think I sell my. I don't know. I may have sold some Trans Jamaica. Not Trans. You see, it's in my brain. Trans Jamaica. I may have sold some the little JetCon shares that I bought.
Coat is getting to you.
Right? Oh my God.
Church, you know.
Yeah. What pretty I like that point. You can stick around, you don't have to leave just yet. But I wanted super villain. J Parkinson.
Yes, I am here, man.
What's up?
So
All right, boss. What's up?
you would have said something earlier. Night again. So you would have said something earlier that a lot of person have some money where it's like them don't know how to manage it, right? So that kind of that me fall in that situation there as it stand because when Transjamaica was at IPO, I went in with 300,000 because a young lady said something to me and I did feel bad. And when the government compensation wrapped up, I would have put in another about 2 million or a million.
That been what,
Yeah,
2023?
so I have a million Transjamaica. Yes.
Yeah.
So I have a million Transjamaica
Woo!
share.
Congrats, my brother.
And
Nice.
to be honest, the thing about it, if me even put in a sell order, I can't sell it.
You can. You can.
You can easily.
No, I can't.
Why do you think that you can't sell it? Why do you think you
Why
can't
do you
sell
think
it?
you can't say it? Okay, let's do it
So,
again.
it is like my little baby. It is the
Oh,
first stock I ever
you mean
purchased.
on a
Okay.
sentimental basis, you cannot sell it.
And when I was doing it, like up to now, even though I have this amount of money in it, I not understand investing like that. And I don't want to know nothing more about investing.
Oh, you don't
I'm
want
at that
to?
point now. So the thing
It's
about it,
different from that, you know.
yeah, and I'm gonna give you the reason
Yo, I
why I
love that
don't want to know
honesty.
nothing more
Yeah, go
about it.
through.
And so it was my first stock, and me buy with the intention. Say, all right, I just go and buy that something, and when time I retire, me look funny. Yeah.
That's
All
Trans
right. So
Jamaica.
me listen to Peter Lynch. Yeah, Trans Jamaica. So I would have listened to Peter Lynch, and I would have purchased his book. Him say boring company, nothing excited, and even a part in the book allude to the fact that like doctors and lawyers not really do as good as some person, as the average man as it relates to investing.
That hasn't been my
So
experience, but I know Peter
the
Lynch
whole
said that. Peter Lynch
concept.
is one of my favorite investors. So yeah.
So even the part in the book. So this is my notion about it now. Me travel to Kingston, I may have to pay that toll there. Guess what? Just hold on upon that start there and collect my dividend and collect back my money.
Straight up.
So as it stand my portfolio now, when me go St. Elizabeth, me see the wind turbine them, me just buy that. Barita is my brokerage house, me just buy that. Robert Levy is my neighbor, me just buy that.
What you say?
Yeah.
Got you. So you just buy the JBG.
Investing.
But where I can't say nothing more about that one. Would have to talk half years related to that one. Because some major thing in the pipeline for bring it back.
Bring back what? When you say bring it back, what you mean? Bring back what?
Like
Neighbor.
no, me can't say nothing more.
No, well, I'm asking you.
Yes,
Do you do
I'm
when
a
you say
neighbor.
when you say bring it back? Are you talking about the company? Or are you talking about the share price?
Share price.
The share price. Yeah, me can't say nothing more. I'm a neighbor.
You're talking about the
And
share price.
yeah, me can't say nothing more.
I heard you say. I heard
And
you say that, but you in my
We heard
realm,
you.
you
We
know,
heard
you
you.
in my area expertise, you know, so
Exactly.
so
I don't think you understand. I don't think you know what he's asking per se.
yeah. I realize he doesn't. But go through. No problem. Go through.
and so what else more? Yeah, me have NCB because you know Michael Leachin is the grandfather. So me catch a small amount of it when he did there to the all-time low. And
Mm-hmm.
but me they have some from before. So my average are like I think my average is $41 in NCB as it stand now. Sold Carriers, which was a mistake. I sold it at $23. That was a
What was the
mistake that I
mistake?
made.
There's a mistake.
Cause I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. Cause
Okay.
me never need the money. The money.
What did you
When
do?
you
And
s-
Did you buy something
I
when you
have
sold it?
Sagicor.
are you hearing what
Yeah,
Danai
me
said?
put
Yeah,
the
You heard
money
man,
you
in a
heard
manage
week
Danai
us.
done.
question? Danai, maybe you far from your microphone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, I need to also.
Yeah. Sorry, ask him again. I don't think he heard you.
Did you buy something
Yeah,
when you sold?
so yeah, I put the money in Wigton to get more shares.
So why is that
But me still
mistake?
a average like about 80 to yeah, because Wigton kinda deep, but me have time. Me have time on my hands
S-
to wait. To wait it
So
out just to see
why
how.
was it a
But
mistake?
no, because like, you know, the emotional factor where in investing like me see carrier's gone to like $33 now. I mean,
All
so
right.
we could
When
have
when
probably wait until $30.25,
when you
but you
sold it
cannot
at
predict the
20,
market still.
when you sold it at 20 odd, you can predict the market. Don't ever say that. You can. But when you
All
sold it,
right.
you can predict the
That's why you
market.
like Peter Lynch, right? You
Yeah.
wouldn't respect him otherwise.
Yeah. Peter Lynch is very good at
Yeah.
predicting the
But
market.
here the next thing
Is there a
now.
reason you
No,
listen
we're
to
not
Peter
going to
Lynch other
jump.
than that?
All right.
Don't please.
Yeah,
We
don't
have so
just
much
jump
people
so
that
quickly.
want to start a conversation and then don't want to finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason. There's
All
a
right.
reason
All right.
you
So
respect the people you respect. There's a reason you
yeah.
read Peter Lynch's book, right?
Yeah. Yes.
If he wasn't good at it, you wouldn't care about him. So what do you think
True.
it is that Peter Lynch does? He's predicting the market. If he was
Yeah.
buck
And
up in the
selling
market
10
and
bag of
then
them.
boy, it does buck up and work out, then he wouldn't be of any note. Versus, okay, you know this guy is consistently doing something. He's consistently making profit. That's predicting the market.
Yeah. Well, if you want to look at it like that. But here's the
I
thing.
mean,
Here's the
You
thing about
I think
also
you're
want to
investing.
refusing
look
to
at
look
it
at it
that way.
outside of a lens that you. I think we're lost
Here's one of the
in.
next thing. All right, so here's one of the next thing where most of the programs that I listen to,
Mm-hmm.
where most people don't really bring it across like oh, only bring it across. This thing ain't rocket science, you know. You
That's
just
true.
like just find few great companies, like if you use them product and just invest in it.
You want to put a
Well,
little bit
And
more.
I don't think
it's
I've
like
ever
that.
said that.
You want to put a little bit more into it than that. However,
Yeah, then that does that
if
Yeah.
you
because
are sure
suppose
that you
you.
don't want to, then that's not the worst
Yeah.
way.
Mm-hmm. Suppose you use GWest medical facilities somewhat regularly.
Mhm.
Would that be a good reason to buy GWest?
Well, I wouldn't want to use that facility though, to be honest.
Why
Why?
not?
Suppose it's just
That
near
means
you.
somebody is sick.
Suppose.
Oh,
No,
Yeah, sure.
no, I don't want
Yeah,
to go to
man.
the doctor.
Nobody wants to be sick, sure. But if it's a case that you happen to be in a position, would you say GWest clients should just buy GWest? Would you say that's a good decision
No.
for them?
Well,
Exactly. So
for me personally, never really caught my attention.
that's not
Never
the
really
question I'm
caught my
asking, isn't it?
attention. I know where it is and I've been there,
But that's not the question I'm asking,
but
is it?
that never really caught my attention.
Yeah, are you guys hearing me?
But how often?
yeah, but lightly. We're hearing you,
Okay, let me
Danai.
turn on the mic and see. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, we're here better now.
super villain. Go ahead.
All right, hold on. So,
All right. So
Much better.
all right.
yeah, better. The thing about it is that how often would I use GWS?
N-
Not very often.
Yeah, man,
But
but I'm
the
not talking about
tool
you,
now, a
I'm
lot
not
of
talking.
people.
I'm not talking about
But
you
others,
specifically. What you see the issue? What you do you see? I think you're highlighting here the difference. What I'm saying. There's a difference between GUS,
yeah,
use it, being a GUS customer and and looking at Transjamaica's customer base and saying, oh, something is good there. Eh, right?
yeah, I get what you're saying.
So what would that look like then in the face of what you were saying before? All right, just using it. I think that's a poor qualification for just buying shares just because you use it. You just on the basis of, oh, I use it semi regularly. Yo, me can like Lasco, you know, they call it the food drink. And then I find out, say, boy, people don't really buy that, you know. People don't really like Lasco food drink anymore, like they used to. But I like it. That would then would that just
Yeah,
make
me
it a
get
bad
what you're
decision
saying.
to just buy? Yeah. So
Well, guess what? That is really my principle when me use and it work for me.
Does it?
So
Hold on, hold on.
does
I
Does
would
it?
it?
look at it like that.
Does it?
Yeah, because Chan Jamaica work for
It's up
me.
now and
Still in a
Carreras is
profit
up
in a
now.
week time.
Are you still working on Wigton?
Yeah, but I no
JBG is
longer
down
own it.
wickedly. And
Yes,
everybody in Jamaica
but
eat chicken.
I don't.
The Church of KFC run Jamaica.
But
So
as
you
me say,
understand that just
yeah, so for
because
that
everybody
one
does
now,
something don't really mean that it's a
what
justification
I know
for a
I
good
can't
buy.
say about that one.
All right, but I know a lot that I
For
can say
Jamaica,
about it. And
well, I
just
know something
because
I can't say about it.
cool, but since we are saying things, I will say things so people can hear. We know that there's allegedly, not allegedly, the company has said that there's some fraud. They haven't given the details that I would like. They haven't given the details that I think are required in the moment. But even before the fraud, it's not like JBG's share price was astronomically growing or
Yeah,
anything.
the company was doing well, better and better. But it doesn't mean like the share price wasn't doing better and better. And people were eating chicken then before the fraud.
So you don't want to make the mistake of thinking that I go outside and it's raining now. I go outside tomorrow at 9 o'clock and it's raining then. It's like, oh, it's always raining. No.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah, because remember now, more than one NCB when me say one time I was like down probably about 30 to probably 25% in a NCB. I was down
People
like
were stuff.
1.6 million
Over what time
and
period?
never panic.
Percentage over what time period?
When it trade down to about 28
That's a while ago. Shay was talking about that on the video. So it's that recent. So
yeah.
I hope that's not the method that you're using for this. I like what you say. Well, I want to be clear. I like what you say. I'm biased. I also have a whole heap of respect for Peter Lynch. And I love the practical investment approach. It's something I preach for people all the time. Yo, you buy gas all the time, Fesco. You buy gas somewhere else, RPL. You know, you eat chicken, JBG. I say those things, but if you're going to be, it does. You see the same way how you said that your career as, boy, I'm gonna sell it too early. If you really believe that, that means that you do want to at least firm up a little bit of your investment methods. If you can get it right.
Yeah.
It's
No, all right. Here's the thing about it. I don't want to overcomplicate it and I read into it too deep because what I'm doing right now currently I work for me and so as you go backtrack a little, where's yeah, yeah. I would still I would still be in profit. I don't have careers anymore now, but currently I'm in profit. Let's take all right. So from Sajik. So all right. So as it stand now, I am currently in profit with Sagicor. Yeah, I'm currently in profit with the Barita because I would have purchased Barita at the IPO when they no the APO when they did the APO. I'd have owned Barita from then. So again, the last APO that they did. No man, the one I think it was for $46. That one, the one from 40 something dollars. All right, so I would have started. I would have started investing late 2018. So if there was an IPO between 2018 to probably about 2021 thereabout, I would have purchased Barita then.
2020. Okay.
Yeah, thereabout. We don't have.
No, man, I was talking about the APO price.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Was 40 something dollars. That's when.
$48.
No, I paid. Yeah, that's what I paid for it then. Yeah, somebody I'm still in a profit there. So. Yeah, man. Me did purchase the APO, man. Me did purchase it. And even though, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Man. Because me know you have all of the info, you know. And so with week 10 now, when it come out at 50 cent and it did run up, me never get any. Never get any. Yeah. Because me never start investing as it. That IPO missed me. However, after that now, when me start to invest, me buy it everywhere. What I mean everywhere, me buy it at 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents, 98 cents. Yeah. What I normally do, like so for example, I go purchase, I did own Fontana one time. I go purchase some shares and like anything left like 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, just buy with them. That's what I did to accumulate so much shares in it. Just buy everywhere. But now, my own Fesco, my average price on weekend is 80 something dollar, thereabout. About $81, my average price be.
Cents.
Yeah, 80 cents, sorry about that, yeah. So that's how me do it. But as me say, me not overcomplicate it and me teach me get quite a few of my coworkers them to start do it and a man start do it. Him catch week 10 at $9 and him up $500,000 right now. No man, him catch Trans Jamaica at $9 and he's up half a million. Yeah, Trans Jamaica at 9. and he's up $500,000 now. Yeah. Yo. So here one now. When we get the compensation money, you see, me me said to them, say, watch you know, whenever they have to get that money, you know, and we still have to live. So I could work with the new increase. So that money that what we get, I could invest it. And some of them follow me, some of them didn't. And that's why we kind of the which part we there, right? Forget me, I say. Yeah, yeah. And what me also yes, what we also do now, we have some funds too. Buy it have this fund where the money compound, the income growth portfolio. We have piece of that, and we have piece of the capital growth fund, and we have the US dollar, FX US dollar. Yeah. And I will tell you so every month to put money in them door, but say again. No, so my yeah, things will come up. Yeah. Why why would I not put in it every month?
No, man. I'm saying with your level of knowledge, why do you do those funds instead of investing directly on your own?
Ah, guess what? Me just want to have a mixture of a little. Yeah, just want to have a little mixture in
Is
a hit.
is your are you beating them in terms of profit? In terms of percentage?
The, the funds, if may I beat them,
Mm-hmm.
alright, so for the FX one I'm up uh, about 100% or 140%. The capital growth fund now do so well.
So
Yeah.
you are beating
Yeah,
them.
that not but the income, yeah, may I beat them.
So
And
you're giving your money
may
to
have
people instead of investing it yourself when you're beating their rates?
me never really look at it like that. But guess
Welcome
what?
to the show, my
Look
brother.
on it
As me
like some
as me
brother.
That's the point of the show. I
yeah,
love
but
how she
here I
put
go
it.
on now. Me just yeah, so yo, just want to have a little diversity. I think I don't want to be 100% in stock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you
If
give them the money
so,
for
but look
for
at
you
it
give them
now.
money for like the equity fund and you take it out of stocks and you put in equity fund. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. And I
All
love
right,
how
so
you're coming to it. But when you do that and they take it and put it back in stocks, uh, and make less than you make, you consider that?
yeah, I consider that. But here we go on now, Randy. I'm not gonna be living with you, and this affect enough person in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when time was smaller, they always say, "Yo, save the money, save the money, save the money." At
Mm-hmm.
one point, if I had 3 million in my account, I had 1.5 in investing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I say, boy, that thing I can swing go any side at any given time. So, I nah put commit everything to hit. Now, even though me tell you, me have the fund there, stock make up 95% of all investing holdings that I have.
Mm.
Yeah, so stock still good. But as me I said, enough people now come to terms with the fact that yo, if you have $2 to $3 million in our bank account, a waste of time. And enough people still not come to terms say yo, you not take big money to do it.
True. True on both points.
Yeah. So as me tell you, 2019 when me start, me still have $2 million in our account, and me have like $500,000 over the society invest. Until when you look at your portfolio and you say, boy, me never did. I get this over bank there. Like when you see the cap gains, you start put more money over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So over time, gradually work. I have a coworker that is a Christian. Him say a gambling it be.
It is
And
not
when
gambling.
Trans Jamaica
So,
hit,
so why why. Why him being a Christian matter this?
Gambling
Yo,
wrong, bro.
that's how him say.
Oh, but I mean, he says
Gambling
that
is
to
a
say
Yeah,
that
sin.
that's why I'm
gambling.
not buying any.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh,
When Chan Jamaica hit the $12 mark, and with the American, I said, real rich, real rich. He was upset. But I'm not fully fault.
Why would he be upset? Tell him to pray about it.
Yeah,
But
may I say?
it's
Yeah,
not.
man. Me tell him that, man. Me definitely tell him that.
Yeah, you sound like somebody who would. Oh, you sound, you sound, you sound like somebody who would do that. Like, you make him know. Say, yo, remember the thing I'm telling you to do? Hey,
Yeah,
nobody
me
do.
definitely tell him that.
Yeah. There's certain personalities that are good at investing, and they're not always well loved. Oh God, does he still think it's
So,
gambling?
you hear the man say?
yeah, him think of gambling.
Mm.
So
I
we
love to
play
know.
money for our brain whole day at work.
Yeah,
Yeah?
but that's not
Yeah.
gambling though.
So,
It's not gambling.
well, that's how him say. That's what
I'd
he
love to
say.
have a
That is
conversation with somebody
ignorance.
like that just
And
to
I want to
understand how they see it.
I know it's
exactly.
ignorance, Johnny. That's what it is.
One of the thing when me think need to happen in Jamaica,
Uh-huh.
there should be a stock market course at grade 9 throughout every school in Jamaica. Yeah? There
Okay.
should be a course. More people need to know about this thing.
There is though. It's called math.
Well, not in the high school.
It's
That's
called
about
math.
every level, actually.
Yeah, it's called math. We just don't think
Listen,
of it that way.
I can remember going to high school doing principle of business. Them briefly touch on what is that debenture share, ordinary share, and preference share. And that they run a back of a book. And how much time we finish a book before we go do the CXC?
I don't.
Not many
I
times.
can tell you this. I've done a lot of. I don't say I've done a lot. I've done a few business courses. I've done a few financial courses. I've done a few certifications. I've done quite a few of those things. Very few courses that I've done have ever been as effective as the principles of business class that I did in high school. I know it don't sound fancy, but
I did.
I've learned, like, we love to complain as Jamaicans, me too, but we even complain about a lot of good things because you are now, you here, multimillionaire, one multimillionaire is on speaking to a few other multimillionaires, and you're saying, that there should be a course, and I agree with you. We want that sort of literacy for our children, for the next generation, and for ourselves. But the fact that you remember that course says something, and I remember that course because, like I say, I've done so many things. I've done the MBAs. I've done it all. Very few things are as effective as that principles of business course that I did in high school. So don't knock it, because business. It was for me the first time I saw that. Oh, it's just sense. I remember thinking that it's just sense. It's just common sense. And having done even more advanced and difficult courses, it still is just sense. The most effective people are the ones who are it's just sense. This is to the stuff that you say. It's just sense.
The thing about it again, too, investing make me look for money different. In terms of, say for example, like, you stop on one bar and you're going to spend all 25,000 or 30,000. And then you're backtracking it and say, yo, a whole heap of Woodton shares I could buy with that, or Jamaica shares I could buy with that when it did their $1, So that helped curve a bad habit that I had.
Yeah, so you leg of the bar. I lick the queue.
Yeah,
You leg of the
let
queue
it
and lick
go.
the queue. I like that.
See?
I like that. I like that. I
Well,
really, really like that shift
me,
also. I'm just trying to put it so everybody can also understand. Yeah, you start thinking about how the experts put it. You start to shift from your what they call a consumption?
Discretionary
there's
spending.
a term for it, the kind of consumption. He started to shift it over to investing. But I'm gonna maybe
So
try and
here the
challenge.
next
Oh, continue, finish your point. I want to hear
go,
it.
go, go ahead.
No,
So here the next one of the next thing about it. You see, like when I explaining to anybody, just try to explain it as simple as possible.
yes,
And it's something where you're going to make one big money now.
I
If you're
won't tell
gonna
them
do
that.
it, just do it for your kids. Then.
Same.
No, why? Some person feel like they can invest $1,000 and jump out with $2 million.
Definitely they do.
And
Trust me.
what do you tell them when
And
they do it?
I am of the mindset. Say again.
What do you tell them when
Me tell
they
them say,
do
oh,
that?
me tell them say if you see the stock go down, buy more.
All
Yeah.
right, but all right,
Once it have great, we have to think about the fundamentals of the company if it is right. Because guess what happened now? When me say NCB go down, me never panic, but you see some of the there's an interview where Michael Leach in where I explain the piece them literally write down, make notes off of the video. Anytime I feel a sense of just go back and looking at the book.
yeah,
Perseverance and the three P's them always talk about.
yeah,
And
yeah.
every interview him have on YouTube, me watch them.
I understand that bad. There's one Dana and I did that we've never put out. We'll put out one day with Michael Leachin.
What with Michael Leach in?
Yeah, man.
No, any if you drop it.
Well,
Yeah.
in time, in
And
time.
In time.
there are just a lot of there are wholly a little things there where persons really can just in everyday life we can make you invest way better and a big money do it.
Agreed.
Yeah. It
Agreed with
take
that.
time, yes. Yeah.
But just do
Sometimes
it
I
as
buy
long
all
as you
two
think.
shares, one shares,
I love that.
That's right.
Yeah.
So one of the things I always want to do on this show is that for every, I don't know if I've stated it, but it's a stated goal now. It doesn't matter what level of investor you are. Once you're on the show, I at least try to have you leave with something more. So if you're absolutely new, don't know nothing at all, if it's even one thing, I try to have you leave with at least one thing and tell you to come to grow. And if you are an expert or you do it already, a multimillionaire, I still try to have you leave with at least one thing better. I like that
I don't consider myself that.
I know, but that's good that you don't consider yourself that, but you would have trouble you have trouble convincing that Christian at your workplace that you're not. I assure you that anything him doing for him family, he might, after him done cuss you out, he might still pull you aside and ask you because him knows so you know what you're doing. Him trust that you know what you're doing. Him think of you as the expert.
Yeah.
You're the money person at work. No? Yeah.
Put it
You're the
this way.
person who got
And
all
you
of
have
your
other
co-workers to take them their 2023 back pay and put it in a stock that is now up how much percent?
Up.
You know how rare that is? There are
So
people who work their entire life in finance
put
and
it
don't have that experience.
all right. So you have some meals on this and more on them if you know this, yeah. You can't be the man with the money and be the man with all of the girls. You have to choose which one you want. That's one philosophy in my head also. Yeah.
Go
So
again.
just have
Say
to
it again.
remember
Say
that.
it again.
You
Say
can't
it
want to
again.
be the man with all of the girls and all of the money. One have to give way.
So you have these
What's
fundamental
up?
ideas that are wrong.
Wrong. Incorrect.
No, hold on now. So here, let me explain it to you.
I guess the point is all of the girls there, man. You can say you can take some.
That's true.
Not
That's true.
all of
Let's
them.
make him
Yeah.
explain. Go through.
So here what happened now. All right. So if you have 10 girls and give them a minimum of 10,000 per month, which that
That's
is
That's a
unrealistic
different
still.
thing
But
now, my brother.
a
That's
different thing I thought about.
It's a
hold on
different
now.
thing.
That is 100 grand that you could have invested every month.
That's a different thing that
You are investing it.
Yes.
exactly you are investing.
Hence the reason why I said you can't be the man with all of the girls and all of the money at the same time.
Mm.
Female take money. So young man out there, focus on one female and focus on your investing journey, and you
I
will be a
agree
better
with that.
person.
I agree with that. I
The
agree with the
thing,
last
yeah,
part of the message. I agree with the last part of the
exactly.
message. Focus on one partner, because a lot women are also really good at investing. In my experience,
Mhm.
Jamaican women especially
Yep,
tend to be better investors than Jamaican men.
yep, yep. I can tell you how often, bro, women come to me with their husbands, and I can tell one, this is the woman's idea, and this is going to be led by the woman. I it is very interesting how often I have that experience.
Well, you get married, you're gonna have that experience a lot more, my brother. You get married, you're gonna have that experience a lot more. It's just, I mean, Shay's on this. Shay's a striker. We've had many strikers on this. If I don't know if I've
Yeah.
ever nicknamed anybody a striker, that's a guy.
Same,
You know what? It's
yeah,
true.
very much so.
It is
Oh my, I
100% true,
never
Shay.
even.
I don't really call guys
Yeah.
strikers, and it's because I'm often impressed at what women do, and then they'll talk to me, they'll DM me,
Mm-hmm.
or I know them in real life, or they message me on Telegram or whatever, and they tend to do things and not realize how amazing it is, because they imagine that somebody out there is doing something so much better than I know
And
a
it
whole
does
heap of
make
them
sense to
to.
them.
Yeah, say it again, Nene?
All right.
As
You
far
want
as
to
they're
hear a
concerned,
joke
it does
about
make
that?
sense.
Yeah,
You want to hear a joke about that?
sure, go
So
through.
I would have introduced my baby mother. I would have introduced my baby mother to investing, right?
Uh-huh.
You see all them little move there, some stocks make.
Uh-huh.
She been on it. Sell, buy back, sell, buy
Big
back,
up
sell,
she.
buy back. Yeah, boy, I mean I have a good for do that.
So you know who is the real.
The real
And she
striker.
also got you to come
Striker.
on. And she also got you to come on. Imagine, yo, you go and apologize to her and explain that she's the real investor in the house.
So yeah, the
She,
thing about it, no.
let me hear it.
She can play with that the money when me give her and even if she lose it. Me man I house, me can't play with it. Cause everybody a depend on me at the end of
Of
the
course, she
day.
can
You know a man is going to take care of that.
play with it. Her man is a millionaire.
Yeah, so me have to keep mine in check so she can do whatever she want over there. So
She's
me
keeping
have to keep
hers in
mine in
check
check.
because she found a good money manager.
Well,
You just don't realize it.
I
You think you're running things. She plays around and watch, and
honestly,
she
me
do
have to go.
the high level stuff, and you are being careful
E-
and putting
Yes, I'm
everything
being
into these things to
careful.
make sure so you do the slow and steady and getting it there. She's actually investing well. She's allocating capital and her energy well. And top it all off, she got you to come on the internet and say, young men, only the one woman, no, the whole heap of women. You never say why you never tell a woman to only have one man?
Yeah. Yeah.
How's her
And
portfolio
another
doing?
thing, if even at one point, I would have said a coworker would have said to me, say, yo, when Chan Jamaica hit $6, if I'm not gonna sell and then catch it back at a lower price or take
Mhm.
some profit, I would have turned to him and say, big man here, no. See if you know what I mean, I have nothing. Don't ever come to me with no selling argument about Chan Jamaica again. Because I'm gonna do
Really?
say next time a bit. Yeah, so
I
it
say
You
is
still
like
on that?
I think it has a cult following
So hold on. You still
when we
believe that?
retire.
You still believe that?
What, not to sell it?
Yeah.
You're the man.
So guess what? You see, for me, lose out in a chance Jamaica, I would have to go back at like $3. Which
Okay.
one I think that I got?
Well, okay. NCB was once at 200
I
or
have a friend,
180. JBG was at
Yeah,
30 odd. Loads of things have been there. JMB
I,
was at 52 before they did their APO.
I have a friend that
Yo, hold on. You get the
in
point I'm
terms of
putting
NCB
you
that
there?
yeah, it rise and fall.
And
I
it
have a
can,
friend.
don't speak in absolutes because it can,
Yeah,
You can.
you never
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
I have a
You marry the
friend.
money, not the stock, you know.
Yeah. True.
You see the cult following, they don't mean you have to join it.
Yeah. I have a friend that for him to lose out on the NCB, he would have to go to about $10 and say. Big
Mhm.
We
man.
have friends
A
like that
60-year-old.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
But
but
what? So,
here what happen now. Me have a 15-20 year outlook on that investing thing. Yeah. So I'm just a go and work with it.
all right, I like
Yeah.
that. So help me out. Having a 15 or 20-year look is amazing. I won't say it's the best. There is no the best is whatever works for you. And I think the most
Yeah.
important thing I've heard from you is that your level of comfort with what you're doing already. I think that's the most important thing, how comfortable you are with it. Like I say, anybody at any level that comes on this show, high level, low level, just new experience for years, I hope that they leave with something better. What would you want us to help you leave with here? And do you want it? Because there are things that I think you can hear now from us. All of us have kind of half-said
Alright.
things that can help you. What would you
Alright.
want
So
some insight in? And do you want our thoughts on what can help you?
the thing, alright, so right now I have one additional 4 million in a saving. But I like to put in probably one 2.5 in the market. But I just don't know if to put it because I don't think now wouldn't be a good time for really purchase
Yeah,
no
all
chance to make a
going.
stop.
You said no wouldn't be a
Question.
good time to purchase Trans Jamaica.
No, I don't think now would be a good time to purchase it.
Well, there are a whole heap
I
of
would
other
rather to
securities
wait
other than Trans
after.
Jamaica, but even so,
Yeah. But me
why
don't
wouldn't
know.
it be a good
We don't
time
know
now?
which one would I have to put more. Me I don't wait till after the dividend before me purchase it again.
Why?
Like a 3 week after the dividend.
Why?
Me I expect if it pull back a little.
So you expect it to fall from the price it's at now?
Yeah, me expect if it go about 9.50 the lowest or $10.
How on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being God showed me that it would happen, and 1 being I just have a feeling. Where you can't say 5. Where would you put your certainty about that?
Say it I go pull back, I put it at
Yeah.
7 to 8,
7.
between 7 to 8, say it I go pull back.
So you're 70 to 80% sure that the price is going to pull back from 12.
After the dividend pay, yeah. And then I think, and yeah, then it will gradually go back up.
So why would you not sell some now?
Take.
Because I don't need to sell it.
We're not talking need.
And I can't come to terms. Yeah.
We're not
No,
talking
I
need. We're
just
not
can't come to
talking need.
terms to sell it.
Oh, well, that's dangerous now. You love Trans Jamaica?
Yeah.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
And if it does a flash drop to 7, you still love it?
7. I'm still not profit.
I never ask you that. I ask if you still love it.
They lose money.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still alright with it. As long as you don't go back to under $4, I'm good.
All right. But suppose it goes back to under $4.
I still love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really think so deep in it before now. Well, I hope that don't happen though.
That's one thing. Hope is not a strategy. But that's one thing that the show can help you with. I can't believe after all of those wonderful things you say, you're ending with you don't.
Yeah.
You can't look. Well, I can't tell you what to do or not do, but Trans Jamaica don't love you. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
The stock doesn't know that you own it.
Me know.
So you can't love the thing. And I know you have a top neighbor, but there's no well Trans Jamaica doesn't love you, right? So
Well,
if you're thinking about your
yeah.
money, are you trying to be the best steward of your money? Are you thinking along how many years timeline? 10 to
15,
12, you say? Or 10 to
15
12 to 15? 15 to 20.
No man, 15 to
15 to 20.
Yeah.
So you're thinking along 2 decades, 20-year timeline. But right now,
Yeah.
you are 70 to 80% sure that Transjamaica is gonna fall below $12. Why would I'm not telling you to sell it and you don't love it anymore? And I'm just saying any
Mm.
any unit that you sell, for every unit that you sell at 12, you say you think it going to like 950?
Yeah. We could have buy back more unit.
Not just more units. For every 10, for every 12 units that you sell now, you get every 10 you're able to buy back 12. You get me?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you? If you love it, why wouldn't you want to own more? This is a method of owning more.
Yeah. Well, maybe I have the discussion with my coworkers the other day. It's not like your average price make you make more money or make you have more shares. Because what we were concerned with
Mm-hmm.
is that our average price going up. But at the end of
So
the day, if we sell some and buy back some, we would then get more dividend and we then have more shares for when time it continues when it climb over the years.
can I,
However,
however,
here's
continue.
here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Me have more money in a saving can buy something. I really have to do it that way. There.
But you're doing, but
And you can have too much money?
apparently he can. Apparently
No,
he
no, no,
can.
Oh,
no, no. Make it look like
No, you are making it look that way. No, that's what I'm saying. You're making it look that way. You're telling me you're 80%
and
sure that this thing is gonna
I don't need
fall.
that profit. I can just
Right?
put more.
Yeah, I
What?
can just put more. Why not then do the thing to allow you to put more? I'm not saying that you must do it. I'm just asking you
yeah, me
think about
understand.
it.
You're not giving me any advice.
No, no, no. That's not what I'm saying at all. Don't even worry about that. I'm saying to you, think
Yeah,
about what you're saying. I am sure this thing is gonna
yeah,
fall. Why wouldn't you sell some then? And then when it
Mhm.
falls, you buy back more.
yeah. Maybe do it with the other stock then, but just not Trans Jamaica.
Why not?
We can't do it.
You can't do it. That's strong. Being able to identify that is strong.
Mhm.
Being able to identify that is very, 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 very strong. Yeah. Very, very strong.
Very important.
Yeah.
It's it's second to
Honestly, it's
again one break in the mentality. If you carry that, at least know you have the mentality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's the most important thing. I remember the stock don't know you own it. These companies don't love
yeah,
you. They
yeah.
don't love us. They don't care about retail. Um, like suppose Trans Jamaica in December say in January next year say they're doing an APO. APO price is 350.
Stock gonna grow.
I mean, I don't know. I would say yes for almost anything else, but
Mhm.
because of what has been done in Trans Jamaica over the last few years, I don't know. I would think so. I personally wouldn't risk it, but I have no issues selling. I also have no issues
Yeah.
buying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not saying
So
that you
yeah,
need to be. I'm
so
not
yeah,
saying that you need to be a wild seller and trader. People talk about trader. I'm not saying that you need to always be watching the market. That's not how real money is made in the market. You don't need to do that to make money in the market. Um, but just step back. It's just like the question Shay asked you earlier. If you are making good gains on your own, why are you giving your money to something that you are able to look at and say it's not making the same level of gains as I'm making? Why then do that? In the same way, I am
me
80%
did
sure that this
me
thing is gonna
also
fall below 12.
yeah,
Why not then
me
sell
get
some of
what
it at
she
12?
said. What she did say earlier as it giving my money to the money managers, but it me read Jack Bogle book too. So as me say, me 95% in a stock, so I really over there. So I just like just did it.
Yeah, but
Some
I
of
can
it
tell
is
you
not
this.
under my name. You know.
I can tell you this. Two things. One, at least on this show, telling us that something isn't important because you don't have a lot of money in it, that don't really go very far.
That don't matter.
Yeah. If you care about the
Everything
money,
don't
you care
matter.
about the
Once
money.
money is in it, it's go.
It matter,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And also remember, all types of people listen to this show. A lot more richer people are listening now, thanks to Trans Jamaica. But
Me
the
know.
yeah, so I don't ever want it to seem like, oh, because it's just $5,000, then it don't matter. Because to somebody, that $5,000 is everything. So
True.
the point and the truth is, the bad habit that you have with the small money, you're gonna have the same bad habit
Yeah.
with the big money. Yeah. And one of the bad habits that I can speak for myself is complacency. When you're able to find
Yeah.
one of the dangerous things that happens to you is complacency. And so you find yourself getting hit a lot harder than you should be hit because you're able to also find gains out there. But you never know when the
Yeah.
big hit might come.
So you see the mutual fund, one of the mutual fund, the capital growth fund,
Mhm.
I would have split it and created the income growth fund.
You would have
Yeah,
split it.
somebody take money from over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we just send my email and say, yo, I'm interested in this. Put these 3 names on the account
Mhm.
and create it and put some of the money over there. So yeah, so and if a situation may arise, so for example now, I'll do some work on my house and something I never really budget for come up, let's take it out of the capital growth fund. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, somebody. I know I would have alluded to the fact that we don't have other money in our savings, but yeah, you have to prepare for anything that may arise,
And
medical
eventualities.
or
True.
any accident.
Yeah.
So that would then be like the emergency fund.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You can
again,
still have the active construction.
okay, I understand that and I respect it. That's why I keep asking you what it is that what is it that you are hoping for from like
Why
what
me
you'd love
invest?
to learn from us. So it's the one thing you can be. I think one of the things is that you want to avoid that complacency.
Oh, when me can learn from now?
Yeah,
Right now, brother, every day I keep that thing I name earning season. Me learn something from you. Yeah.
big up.
As me can't me not like it and me not make no comment right now. Me I tell you over the internet right now, yo, you know I do a good job.
Uh,
Yeah. You not
thank,
get no better than this.
thank you. And I'm sure Shay and then
Yes,
I feel good
respect.
I
about that.
give thanks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I tell you
You see,
this is a
you
half
see,
business, half thing. I want to meet those co-workers. So if you DM me and I'm definitely not giving you guys it for free. You're your millionaire co-workers though. I'd love to do like football with you guys. Just to also firm up.
yeah man, no problem. Me
Yeah.
think me can line it up. Here the next thing now. You see like
You
all on
can
a
I know
program
you
long
cannot only
son
line it up. I know
or
you
some
can
3
pay for
hour.
it for everybody. I know you can pay for it for everybody, but I tell you,
You
don't do
see?
that. Let them pay. And please, if you get everybody there, invite the Christian. The Christian can come for free.
Please. Very important.
Yeah.
Alright.
Specifically, that's
You
specific
see,
Christian can
it's
come for
like how
free.
your program it's like how your program like some 2 or some 3 hour long.
Mm-hmm.
You see if me miss out on it,
Mm-hmm.
when me I do some driving, like if me I left Westmoreland to Kingston, show it on man. Me have enough time for listen to you.
Big up.
Yeah.
Big
Mhm.
up. So if
That's how
all of
me
the
do it.
co-worker them on
And
drive, yeah, please. I'd love to do a grow with all of you guys though. Especially that I haven't done one for a company in a while and I don't know if the company will pay for it, but like
yo,
a set of co-workers. And if
let
you
me
guys
tell
do
you
it, you can get
this.
a nice group rate. I would love to talk to all of you in one space.
Well, I know, man. You see, before we get the money,
Mm-hmm.
the company would have called NCB, JMB, and Surgical to do them thing already. Even though we did start do it a little before, you know.
On your
Yeah,
own.
and him never take part in that.
Really?
Him never take part in that.
Word. Well, I mean, we can only help what we can help. So as I say, I would love to
Exactly.
I would love to do that. Like you mentioned the funds, and the people watching can see. I have the funds up on screen. Barita's capital growth year to date is at negative 2.63. The money market is at 2.23. The FX bond portfolio is at 2.43%. Real estate is at 14.9. FX growth US
Me have
dollar
the
is 8.73. And the FX
me have
income
AFX
accumulator.
growth.
Uh-huh.
Me have that from 2019.
Okay, so your growth is quite a bit. I know that their real estate portfolio also had quite a bit in there, but think about Shay's question. Not to knock any of these funds, and your diversification point is a strong one. However, if you are able to invest better than somebody else, you need to have a strong
We are
reason to be
paying to do it.
giving that
So here
somebody
what
else
happen
the
now.
money.
You see, fund them when me actually own,
Mm-hmm.
and me own them, but technically I me own them. Them there for my data.
Mm-hmm. I know quite a
So
few people
That's
like
how I
she
Jamaica
just
too.
treat. Say again.
That's how I try Jamaica too. To what you tell her, I say.
That me I say.
So for my daughter now, I would me do them there for my daughter. Yeah. So she have at least one 30 year upon them. There. And me have one account at JMMB where me have IPCL, Woodcats, Fesco. Yeah, I think of them three them. And that I just want some experiment me I run over there. So I don't know what will become it as it, but I just run an experiment over there. Yeah. So I just do that.
Will you
But for the
experiment with
main
the data money?
portfolio, 7 stock one. No, man. No, that experiment that and me and my baby mother name alone upon it.
Okay.
The funds them are for my daughter. Or they have a barita, those are for my daughter.
I suspect
Yeah.
everything is for your
And,
daughter still, but keep building it for her.
and then the main stock portfolio now
Mm-hmm.
that are mainly for say yo, like that are for everybody in terms of we don't know what might happen in our life.
So it is your
We're
backup.
probably have to use
Yeah.
yes.
It's
Along
so
with the
funny that you
emergency.
approach it this way, because one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight was, again, for the people, if you don't know what you're doing and you're seeing a lot more money than you ever expected, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was, it's perfectly okay to cash some it out and put it in something else. And that's something else, almost anything else. I mean, realistically, realistically, there are people who are able to cash out them trying Jamaica and buy a house or buy a real estate. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not saying that it's the best thing. But if you don't know not about the stocks and you get a bit lucky, it's perfectly okay to take a part out and diversify. For you specifically, Supervillain, you have so much experience and you already have the track record of you have the understanding of this, that for you, I would then question, like, I'm not saying not to do that, but you can do better than some of the funds that you have it in, right? So why not do it yourself? Because also those funds, 2% up, but they also have 2% fees.
So here we're going on around the piece of property when me dey on half acre. And as soon as the man ready to sell the next piece of the side of me, and then me forget the money from me, I go buy.
Well, we know where you get the money
So-
from, the stock market. Yeah.
It
I
go get
think
by.
I think
So-
you have a hell of an opportunity. And I think if not for yourself, you owe your family, you owe certainly your daughter the opportunity to at least maximize it. Meaning,
put it this way, if nothing should happen, I made them a call upon. I have to be prudent
Exactly.
with the money.
and you never know what it's going to be. And let me tell you something: real inflation is always higher than reported inflation. Life appreciates, everything
know
is
that.
expensive, and it's only going to get more expensive. So you owe it to yourself to make the profit when you can. 'Cause God forbid, 10 years from now, you're looking at the Trans Jamaican, it's at $6. And you say, remember it there 20, and whatever happened in between happened. Remember it there 20, imagine if they take off this much of it or that much of it For most people, the less
Well,
they
my
have a
plan to take off some out of NCB, you know.
but you just can't sell it on Jamaica.
Yeah.
We should do
Promise.
grow. We definitely should do grow. And I don't want to do it with just you alone. I want to do it with all your coworkers because I want that's a
you see,
a group of friends, a
it's
group
any day.
investing together. That's a powerful thing.
It's any day Kingston Wharf and Carib Cement drop again, I will be there.
But if them don't drop, you're not going to be there.
That's what I'm wondering. I was going to ask.
No one. Yo, yeah, you see, you have to be patient.
Yeah, but
You have to be patient.
come to grow. 'Cause you have some good ideas, but you have a couple of bad ones in there that like you hustle backwards in some things. So if Carib Cement don't drop, you're not get none.
Well, probably have some, but
You compare.
now I can't catch everything, you know.
Nice.
You can, remember, so now I can't catch everything.
That's true, but you don't have to catch everything. But you identify two good things. I just don't want you. It's not about the Carib Cement or the Kingston Wharves. It's about the idea. Because the idea is a dangerous thing. Meaning, if you buy the Carib Cement now, let's say that there's two universes, or there's two people, you and Shay. You not buying the Carib Cement unless it go to what price would it have to drop to for you to buy some?
Can't get it $160, I'm good. But here's the next thing, man. Yo,
it's such a precise guy.
Here's the next thing.
But now go
Here's the next
$106
one,
like
man.
this week.
Yeah.
Yes, man, I miss it.
Okay, so if you got,
You're not serious, bro.
So here the thing.
You're not serious. You have the alerts or nothing. You have alerts or nothing set up on My Money JA.
But I have My Money JA.
Well,
so
you need to. You're not serious.
Now get it also not in the queue.
You need to have My Money JA.
So here's the next
information that it gives you is something else. So you need to, especially the money that you have in the market.
Yeah. Here's the next thing.
Hold on. Think about the amount of money that you have in the market.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm asking you about having a good camera system to look at your money, and you're like, no.
I can use my imagination.
All right. Can I link My Money JA to my JTrader Pro account?
Yes. You can also pull all of them from all of the different individual JTrader accounts. You can also have them all in different individual portfolios. And you can also have another portfolio and merge all, like you have a merge of all of the previous. So you have like your daughter money, your money, your baby mother money, your baby mother alone money. And then you also have another account that merges all of those and give you the full overall thing. So you're looking at your overall fund. You have a lot of money, take it serious. Like actually act serious about it. Because you're in the serious money level of things. That's the simple truth.
Yeah, never know. So could that was one of my concerns.
You'd be surprised about the level of things that it can do.
Me ask Virginia humble boss
about
it, and him never really 100% sure about that part. That's why me never really go any further with it.
Well,
when the next thing when me sit down with the co-workers the other day and we are brainstorming thing. If Jamaica never have a stock market, and we say we have to buy shares on the US market. Carib Cement where persons now look on and say, it's expensive right now. It would only cost 96 cents. I would rather buy say cheap. So why not buy it now?
Penny stuff.
Well, I mean, it's at $111 now, and you're waiting for it to go to 106, but it's only 70 cents at $111.
No.
Why wouldn't you buy it now?
Exactly. So I hit
That's your words. You say you need to drop. You say you need to drop.
Yeah, if I go 106, we sit down and we I say, no search and buy this. And then me I say, a true. And then me say again, say, if Jamaica never have a stock market, 106, 115 wouldn't be expensive because it don't be like cents in a US currency. So we just build up a position in a hit.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So I say yo, G, I say yo, dog. Better we just build up a position in it and call it a day.
I mean, I like how you think.
You see?
You really want to come to grow and here's what the realer conversations and I like how practical you're thinking. I'll say that. I'll say that. So
Mhm.
big up supervillain. Please, I don't take it lightly. If you and your coworkers with, I've done things for companies before. I'll do a package for the company, and even if the company don't want to do it officially, but you want to offer it to your coworkers, I'll get the
No,
same kind of discount.
no, I think we would have them would have do it already.
Hmm.
I think we
Do it on your
would
own.
have to tell them about it and
Well,
yeah.
we're open to it. And
I
either
can
way,
tell you
That's
it's
that would
totally
do.
different from anything where them a do. I
yes,
can tell you that. It's
yeah,
not that.
The thing about it, if 2025, no 2024, if me didn't know something there for this a service, I could make it happen. But feel like for the whole entire company. But for now, me I talk to them Monday. Me go back to work. I
hmm
talk to them about it and yeah,
and even if they are not,
yeah.
like I said, I'm putting an offer out.
What you
And
said?
you can say to all, you can say to even have 10 on or whatever, and the discount is the discount. Um, and it's to anybody really, but when you
Yep,
just
yep.
is something that like it's part of one of my dreams that to have like I know how powerful it is because I have the grower group, but I know how really powerful it is to have a set of small, like a powerful group of people who are investing and serious about the market. Like it is life changing, and you already have some life changing moments. So please take it serious.
Yeah, but right now, me there think about it. If you tell them my money, cause them my money, will tell me say, oh, them don't have money already. So what they need to do this for? That me there wonder when me I go tell
You
them
don't
say
know
no,
where you
you
need
can't
what
DM
get
me and I,
nothing
I,
yet.
I will talk about
you
it. But
don't if you don't know what to do with the money. And the points Randy was making before, if you don't know why this is happening, you probably need, to learn some more stuff.
yeah,
This is
I've never.
y-
I've sorry. Finish.
yeah, go
Please,
ahead.
Sensei. No, she. I saying to finish. I saying finish what you saying, Shay.
Oh, I was saying, like you were saying earlier, if you don't know why any of this is happening, then probably want to learn some things. Because how are you going to repeat it? You don't know what one. You have no idea what actually is happening. You probably want to kind of learn some more stuff. Can you do it again?
Yeah,
Ask them that. You know how to do it again?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it
I
changes
went
the
to spot the
market
next
from.
chance Jamaica.
Yeah, it changes the market from a thing that's happening to you to a thing that like you understand why it's happening because
Mm-hmm.
you can predict the market. I'm not telling you
I
when I said
think
that
I'm gonna run a FESCO example to them. I say, oh, FESCO, they got $12,
exactly. I
Well,
mean,
well then,
as I said, it's not is it DM me and we can talk about it. I can tell you. It's not like I'm trying to woo them or anything, but I don't know how rich they are, but I'm pretty sure that richer than them have done grow. And I don't know how poor they are, but I'm pretty sure that poorer than them have done grow. It's for everybody, but it's to
Mm-hmm.
help make the thing that you guys are doing. It's like being better at the thing. It's really is being better at the thing. You know, it's race car drivers go to school even though they're really good at being race car drivers, they still go to driving school and get more skills, whatever, right? Pros have coaches. There's
yeah,
actual value there. The market is not an accidental thing. And the funny thing is the people who have like the knowledge that you guys have, especially if you've made money in the market already, it helps you even more because it's a practical thing and you can actually see it. You get it. You get it more and more. It changes some of what you already know. And just when you're done, you will understand why. You're like, oh, and I am looking forward to see how dangerous you become once you get there. Because you already have some of the good things in mind. You already have money in the market, you already have like an idea of what to look for. You already have a comfort with doing things. You have a couple of things to work on that whole can't sell something. I don't know about that, but That's what Grow is for. So consider it. And not just you, everybody. Anybody else can get it. Right? www.everymickle.com/grow. GRWR. But yeah, I'm really, really thankful that you came on and told us this. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the future, my brother. And like I said, please send me a DM.
All right, no problem. You have an Instagram, right?
I have an Instagram, but if you DM me here or DM me on Insta, I check the Insta really rarely though. But yeah, please, same username at RTRO. You send me a DM here, I'll see it.
All right.
All right, no problem. Wow. Then I show you how to feel about that.
I'll offer yes and I'll offer. I think he's on the journey, and I think he's earlier. You know, we talk often about your boy when you get to a certain level of money before you get to a certain level of learning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he has some things wrong, but he has done a lot of other things right, and it's the thing. When him say like him don't want to learn certain thing that I feel that some of our resistance definitely in terms of going on the road on certain topics or going on the road on certain learnings. And I'd say he needs to break past that. But yeah, I think he's on the journey. So as long as he continues and he's actually putting money down, actually doing the thing, actually putting
Yeah,
money where more there. So that's ahead of a lot of people.
a whole heap of people. Yeah, man. I had a whole heap of people. I don't like some of the little automatic, little
Yeah.
automatic
Yeah.
ideas
Or
that people have.
or it does. I mean, yeah. You try what the road with him on certain topics and you just now let's move on. Basically.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it leads you to losses that you don't have to make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your camera out of focus again, Danai. I don't know if maybe you can do that or something like that to focus it up.
Good one though. I like that conversation.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for joining.
Really, really thankful for joining. And also, I like to the man have like him co-work. Like him, I know that feel man say him do it, not just do it alone, him I bring people with him.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very Randy-esque.
Yeah. It brought back memories. Yeah. Wow. I can't understand the Christian guy though, and the thinking is gambling.
No man, he just doesn't understand it.
Again, he doesn't understand it
Doesn't
and he doesn't want to
understand it.
understand it. People,
Yeah.
I
he,
just
that's
not.
people's reaction in ignorance, and
It's from
it's
the devil.
it's getting. I don't understand. I don't know how this works. I've decided it's something already, and as we said before,
What's us?
you try to get somebody somewhere, and the disagreement with that thing becomes an argument. So, and then the person doubles down.
And the understanding.
True,
And the
but I mean that's why I
understanding.
wanted to talk to them. I mean, not know obviously, but like if I can do the grow with them, I'd love to have that just to talk to that person. Because I
Mhm.
think sometimes it's as simple as somebody just never explained to them. Like I can understand as a Christian, you're
Exactly.
like, I'm not gonna buy Carreras or I'm not gonna buy SVL as a Christian because I don't want to own a gambling
Yeah,
company.
that I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Cool.
even that I might question, but I just want you
Even
to
that,
know.
I think
Of
I think
course.
that is a
But
strong level of, but I'm not arguing it. I'm not fighting it.
I
So
know
all
man.
right, cool, let's go.
Cool.
Yeah,
Not those two. Cool.
yeah. So as
Again, there's a lot of the market that's not outside of those things, right?
exactly, yeah, and
Although, and I
But
can't say
investing
I do
overall,
kind of
like
understand the
equity
thing. I
investing
do kind of
overall.
understand the Christians with the carriers and thing
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
saying. I
SVL
understand.
because it's you own the company,
yes, like those
you own a
dividends,
company.
those
You
dividends.
own the means of production of that thing.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
like those
You can't,
Carreras dividends came directly from the selling of cigarettes.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Not only dividends, just the value in the cap gains, the value of this company is on the basis of that thing. So it's like I can say, oh, I'm not actually doing the thing, whatever. But if it's, I'm just buying the stock. I'm just moving the thing, like it's a tradable, whatever. But the reality is, you own the thing.
Mhm.
Who owns that cigarette factory? Me.
Yeah. So on a
Yeah,
moral
that's
point, I can understand it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But to
Like,
write off
cool. The
all of
company sell off
investing,
and trade and whatever,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's the
Sure,
thing. That's the thing
all
I'm
of it
saying,
is.
Randy.
But
The
it's the
whole
fact that the
thing,
person sees it as
all of
gambling.
it.
The person
Come
sees it as
on,
gambling, and that's
yeah,
like, oh, I don't, I
because
actually
he
don't
doesn't
understand what how
understand.
this thing is, and I think
Hmm.
gambling is a whole thing different from this. Because again, you're buying ownership
Also,
versus I'm buying
uh,
maybe this thing work out in this way. I'm gambling. That's two different
hmm
things.
yeah.
hmm
You were saying also, Shay?
But that's a shit.
Oh, I was saying it also um in equity investing has been associated with a lot of not so very much liked people.
Who?
Um, so it may also be a case where, yeah, I can be a Christian and also be associated with them thing because that person and these that, or it could be a very broad thing like rich people or
Oh,
something,
one
you
last
know.
thing.
So
Good night again, guys. One last
Not
thing.
yeah,
boss.
sure.
You see, even if you do a pension, I'm going to them now listen this because somebody don't bash me. But even if you do a pension,
Yeah.
boss tells say God soon come.
Word.
Yeah. So how me I
When?
get into
When?
invest?
Cool. Tell
Yeah.
me. You know, you can give me like one
So
estimated time.
When I say about inside info.
my granny there, my great granny there wait for God, and she did and gone. But yeah,
Ah,
so
But
me
that's
man.
gonna
no
tell him for
reason
you do
either
his
way.
pension.
There's no reason.
Man, just a
Man
trolling,
say God
you know.
soon come.
What is it, like a 7 day?
No.
Or is like a,
No,
but it's a
see,
staunch.
That
Randy,
yeah,
let me tell you.
Randy,
Trust
say
me.
that
Trust
again.
me. Tell you.
Randy, say that again.
I was asking if it's a 7 day, you said no. So I saying if it's like a staunch.
I never say no. I didn't say no. I didn't say no.
Okay, I get you. 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 And he's a staunch 7 day. Okay.
100%.
No,
So
we
he's
have plenty
definitely
people.
not listening to this.
Randy, we
Yeah.
have some 7 day
Yeah.
investors on the market. Known 7 days.
Who?
Again,
All right, cool.
it's the kind of thing I don't want to touch because it's the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
people and them
It is a
life and
touchy
them and
topic,
them
but
beliefs. So
but
just say that.
I just wanted to, and I still have the invite for anybody who thinks that link up, come to grow, and I'll explain in great detail and have you honest, and then also listen to what you think and how it can be. But yeah, investing in the market is not gambling. Gambling is gambling. Investing in the market is not gambling. Yeah. Bringing it back to the point, financial independence, as I said, the trying to make a lot of people make money, and I spoke about those questions that people want to have the answer to. Either you want to know if you for sell, or if it will go up more, what to expect, or if you're not in and you want to know if you should be in, or if you're in and you want to come out, what to go in. Like I did mention one of the points of the call, like you want to book a session with Danai and explain to him where you are and that you want that level of comfort. Again, it doesn't have to be the biggest gainer. So comfort in investing is about your
Yeah.
comfort. It's not always about the most profit.
It's not a competition thing. You're not trying to compete with Randy on Twitter to see if you and Randy
Exactly.
making more or thing. It's what you want for your money and what you're willing to go through to get that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that means a lot of people. Enough man become enough. It's largely correct. That's the thing I'll say I wasn't going to talk about earlier, but a lot of people do that where, yeah, I become short term, I become long term based on what I think sounds good versus what I actually want to do here with my money, and then they end up in positions that they're not compatible.
Mhm.
Of man, yeah, they're not really doing the trading thing, and they're not the back and forth thing. They're not really looking for the money in a year,
Mm-hmm.
but trying to make a they move enough there, So tell me, tell me what I can do to get that kind of thing, and then all right, cool. You want
Good.
100% in a
Yes.
year, and you get 100% in a year, kind of portfolio, and
Mhm.
you not necessarily willing to do certain things for that, so you kind of
Yes.
miss out on other things, or you're not actually ready for the risk that puts you in that position, and
That,
then body.
yeah. Yeah, that's a major thing for people to consider too, like what it actually is that you're asking for. Like what does it mean to get those kind of gains that you want? Like unless you're already in Trans Jamaica before from late last year, and now you have the 100% year to date. Unless you're already there, what it actually takes is something that you have to be honest with yourself about whether or not you want to take that on. And it is like, are you the person who is going to be paying attention to the market? Are you the person who can pay attention to the market? You don't need to, but if you want the aggressive gains, it does require some aggressive work.
Then yes,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, don't be fooled. Trans Jamaica no wasn't made no. Trans Jamaica no. Like if you want what Trans Jamaica is no, it means that you have to be buying into it in 2023 when it wasn't going anywhere. 2021 when it was the failed IPO, quote unquote failed IPO, when it was below IPO price, when nobody was talking about it. And I don't mean own it then. Everybody loves to talk about I owned it. No, what you did is you bought it at the IPO, and then it went down, and you feel bad and you ignored it. I know you check it again and it's up and you're happy as hell, and you should be, but be honest with yourself about what it is.
I'm so happy I held through, and you speak to your own resilience that you never. It was a very different thing when I'm frozen, I'm not gonna sell because I'm going to lose the money and all those things. So then you know, right? Trust me.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought you were saying something that you're saying suddenly. No.
Suddenly no. You're a hero. You're a picture of resilience because you held through the tough times and you were fearful when you were greedy when others were fearful. Or you're you know.
Yeah.
It takes. It really pays off to wait for the long term. You know because you take a short term view. It was down and I never sold, and I was such a good person. I was such a good investor for that. And like, imagine if I had sold like some other people. That's what they sold right now. But check them 2020.
Exactly. You want to switch from that. Yeah, you want to switch from that to. So again, in the same way, I respect the people who were buying then.
Yeah.
The people who were when it was down at $1.30 or $1.20 or the people who were throwing their money into it then, with the understanding that XYZ is likely to happen, and when XYZ happens,
you had people tell you, I can't tell you, people who had Trans Jamaica and were very disgruntled, and the question was, okay, if I sell Trans Jamaica, what do I go to? Because I want XYZ, I want more money in XYZ time. It's a very, and then the talk now is, I've seen people, they sold it and they're so upset that they sold it, but there's a reason you sold it. You can't. It's not a I walk back and thing there. You weren't looking at it. It's to the point where I know when I know you weren't looking at waiting until 2027 for this to happen. 2026 for this to happen to you. You're talking about you bought in the IPO and you want it flip. You wish Victor did really well and then he bought this thing I didn't. So suddenly I can't believe I did really go buy this foolishness. All right, you're trying to. You're looking for the next flip, but then suddenly we should not sell it.
Yeah, you want to switch path, like Brittany said on YouTube. The people who held and bought more are the real ones, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And some people you couldn't tell them say it's fine beyond this time. You couldn't tell them.
Yeah. Future Minds W says you can also on YouTube. You can say what if for every stock, which is true. TJH is one of the few blue chip stocks on the JSE that's reliable. You know what's funny? I think this is the first time I've heard somebody call it a blue chip.
Same. I thought that was interesting.
It's the first time I hear somebody call it a blue chip. It has congrats, Future Minds. You've thrown it the
double
blue
digit
chip.
now, bro.
What the hell does blue chip mean?
What also, bro, exactly, because one of the strong characteristics of typical blue chips is not strong movement. So then to this reliable talk, you're twisting. No. To me, that sounds like I have Trans Jamaica and I like Trans Jamaica because I've made money from it. But what does reliable mean?
What's the actual definition of
blue chip? Blue chip isn't typical. A typical characteristic of blue chip isn't flying like Trans Jamaica.
Blue chip. Let's see what the blue chip. A blue chip is a high value, in fact, Investopedia and Merriam-Webster. Merriam-Webster says a stock issue of high investment quality usually pertains to a substantial, well-established company and enjoys public confidence in its worth and stability. All right. Does Transjamaica beat that? High investment quality, that's a value judgment. So we can come back to that. Usually pertains to a substantial, well-established company. I would say that Transjamaica is that, and enjoys public confidence in its worth and stability.
And stability.
100%, yeah. What does Investopedia define it as? A blue chip company is widely considered a solid long-term investment due to its established position in its industry. Blue chips have a large, so it is established in its industry. It is one of two major tolls in the country. Blue chips have a large market share, seasoned management, yes to both. Solid and reliable financials. Solid is a value judgment, but I'd say yes. Reliable financials, yes. And brand recognition, the whole country.
Make sure
know the
the key
highway.
takeaways. Read the key takeaways and that last one.
Key takeaways. A blue chip is a reliably profitable and time-tested public company. Is it a reliable, profitable? It is reliably profitable and time-tested. I mean, more time, but yeah, I'd say yes to that. Blue chip stocks are seen as relatively safe investments with established track records of solid returns. I believe yes for Transjamaica, yes. Blue chip stocks are noted for steady growth, but not necessarily the norm-busting breakout returns of riskier stocks. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm not saying it's not blue chip, but then to make it seem as reliable as a comparison to other blue chips, it don't work so. Transjamaica doing this flying isn't a mark against others, or in the sense of, oh, these aren't as blue chip. You're buying blue chip, you're expecting blue chip returns. that's
I don't know if people have a realistic understanding of what blue chip returns are.
Blue chip is.
Yeah. But what
blue chip,
I don't disagree with Transjamaica is blue chip.
I think it's blue chip. I would say blue chip.
I just think that there's a lot more blue chip on the market.
Yeah.
A whole heap of things meet this criteria.
It's the only reliable blue chip. That when you characterize, when you put reliable as a means to say, oh, Transjamaica's flying is this reliable thing, against the other, against blue chip companies. And blue chip, no, Transjamaica's behavior isn't within the norm for blue chips. If you're looking at blue chips, you're not looking. If you're buying the blue chips, trust me, what you're looking at is slow, steady returns. That's why you buy for the long term, because
because it's gonna take a long time
ups and down, but end of that long period, you're more likely up than down.
I mean, let's not go into that. We've said it before, or maybe we'll do another episode on that, on like what is blue chip. Because it's not that I don't think it isn't blue chip, it is blue chip. I just think that I'm in opposition to the few. They said TJH is one of the few blue chip stock on the JSE. That's
no. He didn't tell you. No. That's reliable. So it's to me, it's few. I think what he's saying is few blue chip stocks are reliable, and Transjamaica is one of them.
I read it differently. Maybe they can. Maybe a comment would help so much. Maybe they can. That future minds jump on Twitter, and I would love to talk about it. But blue chip is whatever blue chip is. All my personal view is just that there is a lot of blue chip stocks on the market, a lot more than people might think.
I don't think the sentence works if he's saying that. If he's saying that there are few blue chip companies on the market.
Well, exact words again. TJH is one of the few blue chip stock on the JSE that's reliable. So they're saying that there are a few blue chips, a few, but only a few of them are reliable.
There are a few that are reliable, yeah.
But reliability is a side effect of being blue chip.
Of being a blue chip,
a descriptor of being blue chip.
I think it's a Transjamaica feel good thing again. It's Transjamaica flies, so Transjamaica is reliable. Transjamaica is great, and I think it don't work at that. If you're talking blue chip, then I'm sorry that the behavior of Transjamaica as soaring is not typical of blue chips.
True. Neither Carreras for that reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, up 97, up
And we
94.7%
can show
year
you
to
when
date.
carriers is just not necessarily flight. People recency bias, bro.
True. Heavy recency bias. Um, Carib cement, but also,
I want to know what reliable means. That's kind of
yeah,
the things kind of
I think
changing.
I know
But
what it means here,
I
but
just want
I would love
to,
to.
yeah, I just want to
W-
hear.
w- yeah. If you come on and talk about it, we can. But otherwise, I think maybe another week we can do that. What is blue chip? That might be a good topic. You know, what is blue chip? Because I think the what is blue chip on the market is a lot wider than
Mhm.
people maybe
Yep.
realize. Yeah, there's a lot more on the market that is true.
Blue chip are the flavor of the season, you know, bro. When
Yeah,
NCBs, blue chip is an NCBs like, and then suddenly, I'm sure there are many who say otherwise when it's not flying. But that'll, rework. So
true. NCB is now up. How much is it up?
up
40
since
something?
it's down.
No man, year to date. I mean, year to date, it's up. I think it's up. Why am I not seeing it? Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have looked up at the top. I'm so sorry, NCB shareholders. 90.04% year to date.
Yes,
Blue
sir.
chip again. Yeah, but I mean, come on, future minds. I talk to us, or we'll do it the other episode. Uh Having said that, let me see if there's something else I want to say before we go to the very patient back again this week firmament.
Bro, makes having a great week again.
Humble boss, who I think is maybe the person I'm hoping that's the person that was being referenced by that guy just now, said, Randy, what are my expectations for Atlantic? Like it's going to a penny stock again? What if they don't lose a tax credit? Does it start to fly again, or sentiment gone? Atlantic is a maybe a larger conversation. Shout out to Shay with
Yeah,
her
I
with her
think
goat
so.
mode prediction. Shay sent it down below to penny.
I did it all on my own.
Yeah, Shay sent it down to penny stock levels. I forgot to check. I don't know if I actually own any Atlantic. I'm happy that I've sold a lot, if not all. Um, Especially I know it's at 102 and it traded below $1 today. Having said that,
Yeah, 5 cents.
yeah, one of the things, if you listen to what I'm actually saying and not just thinking about, oh, what for buy, what for buy, what for buy,
You know why I don't want you to answer this question or address it right now?
tell me.
Because if you just do a short answer, nothing will be learned.
And I don't want to do a long answer. You're right. It's cool. Well, Shay sent it below $1, so it is what it is. It went below $1 today. All I'll say on this is that I I will very likely be buying back Atlantic in the future, but I do need
Exactly.
clarity on
Mm-hmm.
what happened and why. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a lot of money for me in Atlantic.
Mhm.
In fact, I sold some Trans-Jamaica shares and put in Atlantic. Not just now, but in the past, I have put Trans-Jamaica money, take money out of Trans-Jamaica and put in Atlantic. And I don't regret that at all, especially not because it's profitable. So I'm good. Uh, Humble boss, you can come on another week. I will talk about the Atlantic thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, man. The Atlantic, and I like that question because so much could be said. It's just not a quick answer,
that's true.
and I think more would come out of it if it's a discussion.
Yes, it does require some amount of conversation too. So it's not just a black or white.
Mm,
It's not just good or bad.
yeah.
Yeah. So Sir Firmament, how are you?
Ecstatic, rich.
Richer.
Yeah, I'm good. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, man, we're hearing you clearly.
Yeah, man, go on, boss.
Yeah, man. Today was great, But before I
What's
talk
good?
about today,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I already say you should diversify after taking profit. When you say that, are you only talking about stocks? You mean diversify into stocks, or other assets.
You
He
heard me
literally
say
I
that.
think you
said
heard
real
Randy say
estate.
that.
Just
Oh, I think what you heard me say that for people who don't know what they're doing
Mm.
and are suddenly seeing a lot of money in Trans Jamaica, I want them to take a moment and think and be happy. That's great, but be honest with yourself. Like if you don't really know what's happening, and I'll go one step further, I'll help everybody else. If you think that this is happening because people are static about Trans Jamaica, if you think that people like you and me are buying Trans Jamaica, which is why it gone all the way up to 12, then I can help you that you have no idea what you're doing. Like, again, we have almost nothing to do with this. Although no, I think retail, especially over 10, I think the retail does have managing our trades or selling or whatever. We have so we are part of the hitting the bubble, what's hitting the bubble, but it's not really up to us, right? It didn't get to 12 because of you and me or the new leg. And it's not, if it goes to 15, it's not gonna get there because of you and me. And if it drop back down to it, well, if it does drop back down to like 5, it will be because it's left only to you and me. I can assure you that if it's left to me and Shay and Danai and people like us and people like Firmament, Trans Jamaica go right back down to $1. Okay. Mark my words. I can say that. No,
Okay.
as for you, still answering your question, the diversification thing, if you have no idea what's really
Mm-hmm.
going on, but you're very, very happy and you don't have a clear plan. So like I see Ingrid on YouTube saying that, she bought 10,000 units at IPO and she continues to buy at least 3,000 units every month, even since then, even though she don't really know what she's doing, but you should have a mill yet, but she don't give up. Plus she reinvest her dividend. Ingrid, you sound like somebody who actually knows what they're doing. Right? You don't have to have the world's greatest plan. You don't have to be a really big expert. But if you sound like you have a plan and you're working with it. So that plan will work at 12. And if it drop back to 10, it will keep working. And if it drop back to 8, it will keep working. Because I assume you have a plan working with. But if you have just bought the thing, you don't really know what go on. I know you're seeing where it is, and you still don't really know what go on. It's perfectly okay to take some out and put it almost anywhere else. So that is diversification Firmament. And so, yes, along those lines, of course, I'm 100% okay with that, because the person who put 300 grand in that IPO and they're now looking at 3.6 million and they don't know anything about this. When it dropped back down, if it dropped from 12 to 6, I don't want, they're still going to be in profit, right? They're instead of having 3.6, now they're gonna have 1.8 million, and that's cool. But I would love if they took out that 1.8 from now, and when it dropped, them have that 1.8 somewhere else. Maybe this is the dream for them. They always want the real estate or buy an apartment or do something, buy the house deposit. Yo, if it means that much to you and you have the profit now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing it. And it is, in my view, preferable to do that than to stick around in the thing just because it look good. And of course, the question is, what if I sell and it go up? If you took the money out and put it somewhere else for whatever you want, that's perfectly fine. It might go up, it might also drop. You don't really know what's going on. Be honest with yourself. It's okay to go somewhere else. And it's also really great if you go somewhere else that you have more knowledge. That's just my general thing. Clear for a moment?
Yeah, that's clear. And then you said you want, oh, this is about it, Atlantic Hardware. You said you want clarity on what happened. Did you mean that you want clarity on whether something happened? Something did happen?
No, I'm aware of what happened.
Or so something happened.
Yeah, we spoke about this last week, didn't we?
What do you think we're talking about? What do you think exactly we've spoken about with Atlantic?
When you say something, I think you're talking about the tax break.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And did they release a statement about it?
No, they haven't, but I don't really look to companies to guide me. The company's gonna,
Oh,
they're not allowed to lie to me, but they're gonna come very close to the line. They're not gonna, you think they're
okay.
gonna come out and say, hey guys, yes, we lost our tax break in the first year of our 10-year tax break. We screwed up. No, they're not going to say that. They're going to
Oh,
paint it and make it sound nice. They're going to tell you that, it's our first time with a big four auditor. We have moved on. I'm not here to hear that. I'm not here for that. Atlantic don't know that I own it. These people aren't my friends. I'm here for my money. And the second my money look at risk, I'm out. I'm happy right at this point that I'm out. And as I said earlier, I separate the shares from the company. I still love the idea of the company. I love what the company is doing, and I believe that the company is in a great place to do something amazing. I am sure, as long as I have life, I'm sure that I'm going to be buying Atlantic shares again. And as things are now, I'm going to be buying them cheaper than they were in the past. But I want to know. I want to understand, because for me, it's not just about the event. I need to understand what happened. Your 10-year tax break lost in year one. I want to at least know why. Legally, I was
okay.
told in the document, the prospectus, I was given many reasons why I should buy in. And one of them was that the company is going to benefit from the tax incentives for being listed on the junior market. That was one of the stated reasons. And that was understood. And that was one of the things that that made it attractive for me. And for my own investment thesis into Atlantic, the tax break is a key benefit for me, for my own investment thesis, for the things I have around it. So the loss of the tax break in the first year is a very questionable thing. I think it's the sort of thing that raises competence questions. Any company losing tax break, to lose the tax break, it has to raise a competence question. That doesn't mean that there is no competence there, but the competence question has to be answered. And like, why? Why is the tax break lost?
all right. I hear you.
I know you have some thinking behind that.
Oh,
You didn't ask it for no reason. Tell me about
Mhm.
what the reason is that you ask it and what your thinking is.
no, I just kept seeing people talking about it, and I was wondering if if a statement was actually released, and I didn't see any statement.
You have a My Money J account?
Yes, that I'm one of the free ones.
We still show you the news on it. In fact, I think
Okay.
you can even still have, if you have it in a portfolio, I think we still even give you alerts on it, including when there's any news. So you can always check.
Oh, all right. I'll do that.
You can always check
So,
here. So the last thing they spoke about was I don't know if it's them or JC just point out that they were back on. And I have seen on social media, I have seen them talking about, them being Atlantic, talking about uh, about the audit and being back. I haven't heard any reference made to the tax break nor the loss thereof.
hmm
Whoa. So what do you think about it though?
well, if they'd lost the tax break, then I wouldn't want to invest in them then.
Why not?
Well, it would be a reason why I wouldn't want to put my money there,
Why not?
because it would make them a less profitable company, a less valuable company in the eyes of other shareholders or potential shareholders,
Well, I mean, they already
and
have
that
become
would
less profitable, less valuable. Shareholders sold it down below IPO price today.
right. So if they release a statement confirming that they lost the tax break, they'll become even less valuable.
You know,
The price will probably dip even more.
they're probably not going to release any statement saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, okay. So I guess then that's something you'd have to glean from the financial statements or the summaries in the financial report then.
Yeah, but you know what? Back in the day, up until this point, it was easy to fool the investing public. Even now, it's still easy to fool the investing public. But there is a cadre of investors that are more sensible, have more options now. They can read things, they can see it for themselves. You'd have to wait for Owen James to read it on the news. Owen James know which side of the bread and butter is on, and probably wouldn't read it on the news. But now we have people who don't work for the news and can see it for themselves. You have people who put it out there. You have thousands of people who have lots of they have accounts just like you and My Money JA, free and paid. And yeah, we're not in that Jamaica anymore. We're in a Jamaica now where people know better and they can find out for themselves. It's a different class of shareholders, so it can't be hidden in the audited. Even if once it's in the audited, and it legally has to be in the audited, it'll be remembered, it'll be broadcast, it'll be put out there. So it's better, I think, for the company to head that off and speak to it and just deal with it. And if people like me are wrong in our assumptions, if we are wrong in our assumptions, and TAAD isn't going to ask them for the expected full 100% tax, tell us that too. I'll be one of the first people to pour my money right back in. I'm gonna come back in anyway. Just I need clarity first. That's just how I see it.
Okay, I can't disagree with that. Well, I wanted to talk about what happened today.
What
So
happened today?
today today I actually sold all my TJH shares.
Gas.
What?
How
Them,
come?
yeah, man, I sold everything.
Gotta
Why?
converted.
Yo,
So
homeboy Christian, we're co-worker, he might be onto something.
Yeah. Did you really
so
sell
yeah,
all of it, or are you
the
just
the
telling us
market,
that?
I sold everything. So I tell everybody. So
Congrats.
that the market opened, and I saw that my portfolio went from 19 mil to 20 mil. And I did a calculation, and I said to my friend, if I sell now, I would make 18.6 million based on the order sizes. And he asked, why don't I wait for the 20 mil? So I told him I'm not greedy. And that you usually hear people say, be fearful when everybody else is greedy.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so I sold. I remember I
But, but,
remember
but,
getting back
but for
in.
a minute, remember
Mhm.
last week, you can't sell all your Jamaica shares if you want,
I cannot sell it. I cannot sell it.
No, last week you said that? It's not possible.
It's not possible. That's what
Like,
I use the word. I use that word. I said it was impossible.
what was the word you used? I feel like
I think
you know me at all. So what was the word you used?
I I think I was worried about I think I said something about being able to accumulate the shares that I had before, something like that. I was worried about the dividends.
For a minute, you want to see something funny?
Hmm.
I have can I show this? I have a corpus built of every single thing that has been said on this show ever. Ever. All right? Everything by anybody that's said on this show ever. So just saying that. We'll finish your point. I'm just telling you that I have that. We'll finish your point.
Yeah, so I was about to say that I had gotten back into Trans Jamaica in November of last year, right? And my average cost was $4.42. So I was way back. Military the back of God.
Hmm.
And the highest I bought John Jamaica for was $9.35. So even though I had a low average, I was still buying it, and I had a total of $6.5 million invested. So that 6.5 million became 8.6 million, 18.6 million. And I remember when I was entering the sell order, I actually did it 3 times, and then I finally did it.
Like your finger shake. You couldn't click it.
Yeah.
Yo,
So
the divorce is hard for most, you know.
so I sold 1.49 million units,
Hmm.
and after I did it, I remember seeing that it did look like the price is still a strive, it's still going up.
Mm-hmm.
But then about 10 seconds later, it started to go sideways. It started to dip.
So
Yeah,
you sold. So you sold at about what, $12.50.
I think the price the sell price I entered was $12.40.
40 cents. Okay.
It
Okay.
didn't go that low, but that's what I entered.
So you sold during trading, or you sold, or you got in the pre-open?
I sold during trading, not in the pre-open.
Okay.
So I was
12.40.
actually sitting there watching the pre-open.
This for 18 million.
So
I'd watch the pre-open too. Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you, my brother.
yeah, and after I did it, I decided to just treat myself to some Burger King.
Yeah.
Because
Why not?
that
Yeah.
that's 18.6 million.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so happy for you, my brother. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy. 18.6. You buy some BK. What was your order?
I ordered the number 11. The grilled chicken, the grilled chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
extra orange juice instead of soda.
I took a Sprite.
So I get crazy
And a
now.
Hershey pipe on the side.
So talk to me. What does it feel like? Well, hold on. You say you put 12.40 in, but
Yeah.
it sold at what? It didn't sell at 12.40.
It didn't sell at 12.40. There were orders there that were much higher than that. That filled the whole order.
Oh, I respect that, my brother. So you get the whole 12.85.
That's still 9 o'clock. It's pre-open already. Say it was after pre-open.
Yeah, but it's something not making sense to me then, because what was the average price on the sale then?
Oh, yeah, I didn't check that. I didn't calculate
Yeah,
that.
for that. All right, I'll do it for you. Tell me the time. Since you already tell the number, you're not worrying about nothing. Tell me the time when you sold it.
The time.
Yeah, was it long after 9 o'clock? Or you say you're just watching the pre-open and then you
get a contract note?
No, I probably don't get it yet.
Would it be in the contract note?
It should be. I don't know how your broker set up, but it's all right. This is his trade. It's 115 trades is how it moved in. 1.49 million units. Right for a moment? 18.85, 1262 per share.
Nice.
Yeah, 1.49.
Yeah, this is your transaction. Congrats, my brother.
Indeed.
How does it feel?
It feels good. No, I need to get back in there.
Yeah, it doesn't last. It doesn't last. You get back in what? Into Trans-Jamaica?
Into Trans-Jamaica.
Look how you do the buying and selling thing, the up and down. You're not afraid they lose money or end up with less shares?
No, I'm not afraid of losing money.
Oh, so
as I said, but yeah, me just buy it back.
What's the next move?
Buy Trans-Jamaica.
The next move.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna buy it.
For a minute, let me explain something to you.
Mm-hmm.
$12.8 million cash. first of all, you're in the 1% of Jamaicans. Just make you know that, and not like how people think of the 1%, but like the actual social 1%. That's more money than many people have ever made in their entire lives. That's more money than most make in their entire lives. If you think about what
put on
yeah, that you have it in cash. You can pay the deposit.
You just said
you
just said 12.8. You mean 18.6 million? 18.6.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I know a little bit of money. Easy.
I'm so sorry, brother. How dare I? 18.8 million actually. But you mentioned, who's your broker?
Sagicor.
Okay, so if we go with Sagicor, just so you have it, right. You say you sold. So with Sagicor, you actually get 18. Oh, you said him do it. You know him do it already. 18.6. After taxes and fees, it work out to $12.50 per share. I love that. One way or another, you've worked your way around to understanding it and understanding the benefit. And I hear you talking about going back in. So I ask you, what's the next move? Is it definitely going back in, or are you just saying that? Like, what's the next move?
I actually have a buy order in the queue already. So yeah, I'm gonna go back into TJH and also increase my position in some other stocks.
Right.
You spending any on yourself?
On myself.
Burger King.
Well, I usually spend the dividends on myself.
Okay.
Boy, experiment, you know.
That's so funny.
I can afford two, man,
That's so funny. The last guy that was on Firmament is thinking not to sell. But if him buying after the dividend, you sold before the dividend, and you know that the dividend is coming, right? You know they're about to announce the consideration.
Right. But
that
what my dividend was like what, 200 grand? The 200 grand can buy a plane ticket, you know. But what is 200 grand compared to 18.6 million? That much. That's not much.
Oh, wow.
What's she there? She?
What?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So from they say, you know, make the money till they sell the stuff.
Right. Yeah, that is true.
See. No, and I'm not saying nothing as that's what you say.
Yeah, that's what I say.
I see.
But yeah, I am not set in my ways, and I want to make as much money as possible in the most efficient way possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that when I try new things, it clears up a lot of misconception that I have, especially in relation to basic things about the market.
Mm-hmm. I like hearing that. That's good. To never be too set in your ways. I try to make sure the same thing for myself, to never be too, like, just in case it could be wrong. And it's wonderful whenever you learn anything that way. Like you thought you're right, but it turns out you're wrong just because you listen to. It's like everybody have something to teach you. So yeah, I don't usually get 18.8 million for doing it though, but damn. Wow. What do you think you could put that 18 in and turn it into 20 by the end of the year?
And turn it? Oh, you mean double it? Or you mean turn it into 20 mil? Increase it?
I said turn it into 20, but
into 20.
Double it. Hey, ambition is free. And you have 18.6. Hey, what you plan to double it in?
Well, I could put it into no, I couldn't put it into Omni. I don't think Omni has the what you call it, the volume for that. I'm not sure yet what else I could put it into.
What's
but
I know you already have something at the top of your mind. Yeah,
well,
man.
I could put some of it into Omni, not all of it.
I don't even think
And
Omni have the space. The entirety of Omni's queue is 7.3 million. Wow. Remind me again how much you say you started with? How much you say you started out with?
I started out with 6.5 million.
Okay. I know it's 18. You're 3x your money. Congrats. Roughly. Yeah. Yeah, I am proud of you. I remember the feeling. It's a good feeling. So you say you could put some in Omni. And where else? Where else are you looking?
And then if I'm still interested in it in Atlantic Hardware. If they clear up things, I would put some there. Where else could I go? I could go into IPCL as well.
Why would you go into IPCL?
Because they've been making a lot of acquisitions, and those acquisitions are paying off, and they have a monopoly on the service that they offer.
What do they have a monopoly on?
They have a monopoly on the is it the CT scanning machines that the imaging service that they offer?
I don't know. I don't know that they have a monopoly on anything, but they may have a monopoly on something. Off the top of my head, it's not coming to me. If they do, it's like maybe there's like one specific thing and they're the only people who have that machine or something. I thought maybe you knew off the top of your head.
Yeah, so before I'd even put the money there, I'd verify that, I'd clear it up.
Well,
and then there's NCB.
So what are you thinking there? NCB can certainly take all of your 18.
Yeah, NCB could take all of the 18. What I'd much rather put all of it in Jamaica though. Some of it in Jamaica and some of the profits in Omni.
And you already have a position in Omni.
Yeah, I already have a position in Omni.
You're thinking about where the next Omni could be?
The next Omni.
Not the next Omni, the next TJH. Sorry, that's what I meant.
TJH is a very tough act to follow. I keep seeing a lot of people saying what the next TJH is, but it's a very tough act to follow.
In what way? 100% in a year? The year not done yet, but still, it's not really that hard to follow. That's normal JC years.
It's not the first.
Yeah.
I doubt it will be the last.
And TJH, it also has a lot of high sentiment. It has a lot of investors, over 40,000.
Money, well thought though.
You say you're talking about money.
Money and return. You want to find next TJH? You want to find who like it? You want money.
But people have to like it before they can invest in it. You wouldn't just say so?
Yeah, but you have to like it. You have to like it as much as Jamaica. Because when I say the next Jamaica, what do you think Randy asked you?
When you ask what could be the next Jamaica, I'm thinking, what's the next start that can give you 100% or over 100% gain?
Yeah.
And I see where NCB came close to doing that this year for people.
No, we're talking about right now. You have the money
right
now.
You have the money
Monday it's in your J trader. Yeah. You can go right back in. So not what happened in the past, like what can give you over the next year, the next 100. I mean, and I'll tell you this also. Welcome. You're at the part of investing where you still have to pay attention to the percentage, but it matters less. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you made 300%, you had 18 now, but 1 million is still I don't know how rich you are, but 1 million is still a lot of money. 2 million is still a lot of money. 500K is still a lot of money, but 500K against the 18 is is not as that's do I did that right? Yeah. Wow, 3%. $500,000 for you is 3% against your 18. I know I'm taking away your 6. I'm sorry. So $500,000 for you is less than is 3.5%, 3.2%, depending on your broker.
I think that NCB could do that. It could handle the volumes. It could give me that kind of gain, a similar gain to Trans Jamaica.
True. I'll give you one tip for free. You say you've done grow. I don't know how true it is, but
Yeah, in 2022.
Well, I'm taking 100% of the praise for this. Then you're not a grow millionaire. Congrats. But congrats to me. But don't fall into the trap of thinking that you need to do it the same way again every time. Meaning the 18 need to go in and then the 18 become 36 and the whole earth. You're not going to be able to cash out 36 out of many things in one go, or even 2 goes or 3 goes. Definitely, like there's not many stocks that you could cash 18.
54.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah. That's why I asked about the diversification initially, and also why I was saying that Omni couldn't handle the volume. Some stocks can't handle that much money.
Well, you have 18 million. You call a broker. They might be interested in finding them for you.
Yeah, there will be. Yeah, but what I don't know if you're hearing what I'm saying to you. You might need to get used to the idea of not going all in, complete gain, all out. At this level that you're at now, you can't. There's not that many things that are gonna be able to give you that. In one go, there's very, very, very few things that are gonna be able to give you that. It means now that you're going to have to find an abiding city. And it could be Trans Jamaica again, which, if the volumes, if what's being done continues to be done, strong volumes, yeah, but you're going to need to find somewhere, and you're going to need to be comfortable with the idea of, I can't get all of my shares out in one go, even when it's great, even when it's high. You can go in something and get the 100% again, but I can't cash all 36 out. Or if I'm cashing the 36 out, I'm not getting 100, I'm getting 50 or 40 or whatever, by virtue of the fact that you have such a heavy holding. It is what it is. Unless you're going to leave the stock market alone, I don't think you're going to do that. I don't think that would be sensible.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. The bug has bitten you completely, man. Yeah. So consider your options, and I'd also, believe it or not, I'd also tell you to truly, you can now truly think long term. Meaning true long term. I hate the term, but you can truly think. I also hate short term. You can truly think long term. You can think, like I just showed you, 3% after taxes and fees is 500 grand for you. Or well, depending on your broker, it might even be low. It might not even be 3. It might not even be 3. So 3%. So if you find the right abiding city and you're in it, and it goes up 3% above where you bought it, you can just cash out $500,000, and that's pure profit for you. And that's cash that you can use for whatever you want, or go into something else. But like your investment strategy may now need to adjust to what you're doing, unless you're going right back into Trans Jamaica, in which case, hey, I'm not even gonna say not to do that. I can help you best if you know your whole portfolio. I can't, but consider what I'm saying. That if you're going somewhere else, let go the idea of, I can't, the queue can't take it. The queue can't take it. Yes, you're going to have to buy a lot, but you're buying something to say that, hey, this is a cornerstone of mine. This is a holding of mine. This is one of my keystone holdings. I'm not trying to come out of it immediately. I'm not trying to come out of it all in one go. It's a shift. It's a second shift that you have to do in your thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear. Yeah, those are some good tips. And I am interested in talking to Danai.
Well, you certainly can afford it
Whenever
now.
you're ready, no boss. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah. If you haven't actually done grow, you want to do it. And even if you have done it, you probably need to do it differently now. If you've done it, you should probably try and do advanced grow. You specifically, I think, would benefit from a further group of investors who are serious about the market and on it and are listening to you now. Yeah, you're very popular in the group. So you're very popular there. Yeah, but congrats. I'm happy to hear it. You and everybody else, I'm happy to hear it. And for you, I would tell you to think about what your next step is.
Yeah, yeah, man,
After every
I'm
play,
thinking
there's an
about that.
explain. That is what people forget.
So that again, Danai? We weren't hearing you a while ago.
After every play, there's an next play. People often
Yes.
forget.
Yeah. Yeah, the what next is the really hard part.
I see people saying that they think that Tron Jamaica is gonna go back to $9 or $10. But when you look at the price history, when you look at the line,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't really pull back that far, and it's where is it now? It's at 12. It usually pulls back at to like one. It goes down $1 or $2.
Mm-hmm.
No
Right?
funny that.
So I don't know if it can go back to $9 realistically.
So you're going right back in soon then?
Yeah, my order is in the queue already.
You're the
For
one
the,
say.
oh Lord, for the full amount.
Yeah, the full amount.
Word.
Well, I might decrease it a bit, just to put some in Omni.
60.4. So you're at. No, that's not you. I'm sorry. Wait, you put the full amount in what you want to tell me what it is? You saving the trouble of looking?
9.65.
$9.65. Which order in the queue is
Yeah,
it?
the biggest one, the biggest one.
Wrong touring. Bike you.
Say that again. Oh, like you.
Bike you.
Yeah, sorry. You see how used I am. I'm so used to looking at the cell queue to see what's on offer. Wow. But that's such a weird, not weird, but why did you pick that price?
Well, there's no way to tell if it can go. Oh, you know why I picked that price? Because of the support, and based on the millions of units that trade every day,
Mm-hmm.
I think, and a lot of people own many millions of units.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's possible to go down to that level. I'm not saying it could happen. It would definitely happen. But there's a lot of support there in the $9.
There's a lot of support in the $9. Okay. A lot of support at the $9 level. I don't know how that really is why you picked it?
Yeah, that's the reason.
I know that's the reason you're giving, but I don't feel like that's the reason why you picked it.
I hope that the support could hold it at the $9 in the $9 region.
But you are being part of that support at 965.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Why 9? Why wouldn't you go to 10? Why would you? And that's deep in the and the broker link is at the last broker link, I think, is at 11. No, I'm sorry, 1075, 1030. And then 950 and 958 and 961, and you're at 965. Well, okay, Firmament. I mean, I hope you turn your 18 into 36, as you said. Double it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, one last thing. I already mentioned, you know, you asked I think his name was Villain. You asked him
Super
what he would
villain.
do in the case
Yeah.
Super Villain, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What he would do in the case of a flash drop,
Mm-hmm.
and earlier I was saying, there are people in TJH that own many millions,
Mm-hmm.
many
Including
millions
him.
of units. Oh, including him, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what would he do in that case if it fell down to his buy price or even lower, in one day?
Him sound like him do have an issue buying more. I mean, some of us expect it to fall. Obviously, you expect it to fall too. You expect it to fall immediately too. He sounds like he has no issue buying more. It's funny.
All
I was
right.
saying the same thing to him. I was asking him why wouldn't he buy more? Why wouldn't he sell? Why would he not sell more and buy? And you heard what you heard about him being if you are around the selling. I mean, I'm not like that. I mean, I'll tell you this. You guys heard us last week. Last week I said I didn't own any, and I'm trying not to lie. I'm not lying. So I didn't own any Friday. I bought.
But then the thing is that, oh, you're about to say something?
No, I was just saying I bought it. So
Yeah, the thing is that predicting a dip, it can be challenging to do that,
I
And
know what's
sometimes
easy.
it some so, you know yeah, and if it's not easy, then why take that risk of
For
getting
more
it
profit.
wrong?
That's how risk work. You go for you're taking the risk, that's a big deal. You're going for something. It can work and it cannot work. He knows that when he's doing it. But he knows that if it does work out, then he's pretty satisfied.
yeah, I mean, predicting a dip is as hard as predicting a rise.
Yeah. In fact,
Same level.
he's just pretty deep. He's just pretty deep, Steve Happy, yeah.
You think
I'm
so?
more confident on the falls than the rises.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. It's easier to predict a dip. Much easier to predict a dip because
I think it's
because
just
so
more.
much
I think
fear.
it falls way easier.
Yeah, so much fear is involved in a dip.
Mm-hmm.
Like for this, as I told him, if you're listening, as I told him that if it's left to just us retail, it's going back to one. Retail cannot and will not hold it. Or if I'm being fair, retail will hold it, but they're not holding it at 12. Nobody wants that 12. I shouldn't say nobody wants
Oh,
that 12, but
so what you're saying is that retail
They'll be
pushed
made
it
to
to
want it.
you're saying retail pushed it to 12, but they're not the
no,
ones holding it there.
I don't think retail
Granted,
push it
never
to
said that.
12 either. And he knows better. He knows that I don't think retail push it to 12. Retail has almost nothing to do with this. Just be happy that you're along for the ride. That's my message to all retail, myself included. Because I am a TransUnion shareholder as we speak. I didn't sell all, I sold some with the expectation that it's gonna fall more. But now you're saying this firmament, you're such a, I mean, rich man investing, I forgot follow you.
Yeah, man, you can't sell everything one day.
I can. I probably won't, but I can. No, I probably will. I probably will, but I probably this for me it's a volatile stock and it's predictably volatile. So I didn't sell accidentally. I actually bought more today too. So I bought cheap. I bought at like $11
Randy,
and
greedy.
change. So
You're greedy, Randy.
I don't know if I'm greedy, but $11 odd is a good price, so why not? Why not? So Firmament outside, so you really just
Yeah.
going right back into Trans Jamaica then?
Yeah. Yeah, you're going right back in there.
So
Um,
all that stuff about Omni and what else? NCB IPO. Well, Omni would have been the most recent. All that stuff about Omni and all that stuff is dash that way.
I might shave some of the profit off and put it in Omni. I might do that. And then NCB. No, I'm still bullish on Jamaica.
So is NCB, I think, and so am I. Yeah, so am I. Somebody have 10.4 million units to buy at 960. The good thing you went above their order, don't Firmament.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah,
Do
that's the
you think they're
support.
crazy? Do you think they're crazy for thinking that it would go back to it's gonna go to $9.06?
I think people with 90 odd million aren't crazy. Yeah, I think people with 90 odd million aren't crazy. I think people like that are sensible and understand the reality of the market. The share price is not magic. Yeah. Obviously, you're not crazy. You play one on the internet, but you're not crazy at all. And again, as I note, this is the support that you're making sure to be ahead of. I guess your co-worker is here too. 800. They're not as rich as you though, or is that just you too? Hedging your bets.
No, I don't know who the other people are.
Well, I'm happy that you're doing it. I'm happy that you're gaining so much, and I want you to continue to gain, and I hope other people also continue to gain. Yeah, I hope other people also continue to gain, and I hope there is no crazy worry if and when the share price falls, because it's likely to fall. It's how it works. And for all the people who are saying that them wish them did buy, them should have buy, it's easy to get shares. If you want shares Monday morning first thing, they're in the sell queue. And if you're willing to wait a little bit, you can put in your order at a lower price. And if it trade down, you'll get it. For a minute, I'd encourage you though to get a My Money JA account, a premium one. You can afford it. It's too at your level. It's too cheap. Actually, it actually is too cheap. So you might be.
I was thinking about getting one.
Treat yourself. Why not? You only live once. Yeah, treat yourself. You might be impressed or surprised at what it allows you to do. Although again, you may not even need it, but you might see. Who knows? Who knows? Consider it. And if you did grow, you also have a discount to this already. So you even get it with a discount. Why not? If you don't have one already, that is. Congrats, my brother. I'm so happy to hear that you've made this kind of profit. And looking for more.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, it was good talking to you guys.
Yeah.
And good to hear of your profit, my brother.
Yeah, excellent to hear of your profit. Very, very, very excellent to hear your profit. I'm always happy to hear another person making a lot of money like that, right? And give some away too, spend some and give some away.
Give away?
Yeah, to a good cause.
Give away?
Yeah, man, to a good cause. I don't mean like just walk on the road and dash it away.
But it cause not give me no money.
You might be surprised. Jesus Christ. You might be surprised. Give some away. I mean, again, I don't mean walk on the road and dash it away, but just use a little bit and help somebody. I don't know if you ever pour before, but I know that there are times when
I don't disagree with that.
20 grand would have changed my life. I don't mean, again, not giving it away for any random or
All right, so I'm
mad
gonna.
reason, but just find somebody who really can use it. Like, for me, my little personal thing is like I like to see somebody doing something and I know that XYZ would help them, and you just help with that. Sometimes I don't even say it. Sometimes I don't say it. Sometimes I'll buy something, or I'll pay for something, or just, you never know. Somebody go somewhere to pick up something and it was already paid for, or somebody needs some money and and them get it. And I've given people money and tell them that somebody gave me to give them, and it's weird. It's a lie. I don't like to lie. But getting the money and telling them that somebody gave me the money to give them and asked me to not tell them, which is kind of true, because it's me asking me to not give them. But the point is, just help somebody. At 18 point odd, you have no excuses either. 50 grand, somebody, and spend some more on yourself than just the burger. It's good to spend some money that you've made on the market on yourself. If you haven't, it does something to the mind. So just consider that.
Yeah.
Although I feel like I don't need to tell that. I feel like you know that already.
It sounds like you're saying, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, that 18 million is gonna go somewhere. Just make sure it's somewhere that you is good and helpful for you and everybody. But one way or another, it's gonna go somewhere.
No, come make you can tell me about second girlfriend, bro.
Hey, do it. You hear Christophe Dan say.
Just do it.
Yeah, Christophe, hey, listen. A lot of people grow up on a lot less than that. So hey, do your part. You can do your part twice.
All right, I'll look into it.
You look into it.
All right, boss.
All right, boss.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna jump off.
Big up, my brother. Big up.
Big up.
All right, and congrats again on the profit. Oh boy, it's a rich week for everybody. All right, we've touched a lot of things. I don't want to go all night. Anybody have any last things they want to say? Now is the time to send a speaker request. Any last thing you want to talk about? Now is the time to send a speaker request, because after this we're wrapping up. I just want to make sure I touch points again on that whole idea of financial independence. If you made a lot of money in Jamaica, congrats. You're not, well, I don't know how much money you've made. I can't speak for everybody. So I'm not saying that you are not financially independent, but you're certainly further along the way. Don't be afraid to sell. The biggest fear I think around people not selling is, I don't want to sell now and it go up. If you sell some and you're in profit and it go up, yeah, you cash out your profit so you go. If it really bothers you, don't sell all, sell some. But the less you know, the more, in my view, the more important it is for you to diversify. Like Warren Buffett says, diversification is great for people who don't know what they're doing. If you don't really know what you're doing, Warren Buffett says diversification is great for people who don't know what they're doing. It's perfectly okay to go into something else. And it's also perfectly okay to cash it all out. And it's also perfectly okay to not cash it out, but go into it with a clear mind and with your eyes open. Don't be freaked out if it falls. This is what happens. This is a lot of profit for a lot of people to keep looking at and deciding to not take. That cannot last. It's not humanly. I want to say, yeah, I can't see my fellow Jamaicans looking at this kind of profit and not taking it. And also remember that most retail investors are not involved in this at all. No, when I say not involved in this, I mean like you're not responsible for it. Like there are bigger things happening than most people are aware of, than most people speak of. Right? It's not you and me sending it out up to 12 or 15 or whatever. And it's not you and me that will send it down to Firmament's expected price either. But it will happen. So the same way you benefited from the thing you never understood is the same way the thing that you don't understand might happen in the other direction, and almost certainly will happen in the other direction. And so there's no shame in taking profit when you're in it, right? because the losses aren't easy to go through. So there's no shame in taking profit. And if you're going to keep that money in the market, you want to go somewhere else that can help you. And it's perfectly okay to, I do grow. I'll help teach you to understand what to look for, how to look for things, how to actually pay attention to the right things, blah, blah, blah. But let's say you are like many people and you're thinking, let's say you're like Firmament. Sorry, Firmament. But let's say you're like Firmament. You're like, yeah, 18 odd million is not enough for me to still pay the little money to the grow. Consider then, even if you're not doing that, whether or not you have the money for grow, consider then what it is that you really want for your money. And if you're really intend to be here for a long time, then you're going to need money for the whole time. So think about, what can I do now that can help me way down the line? And it might not be just being in Trans Jamaica. It could be buying one of the bonds. We have a lot of bonds on the market. We have a lot of bonds on our market now, thankfully. And lots of them give you lots of different returns, lots of different levels, 9.75. And the beauty of these bonds is that the return on them is much more guaranteed than anything else. If you care about dividends, almost every single one of these bonds, is it almost? No, not almost. Every single one of these bonds has a better return to you than every company's dividends if you're buying right now. Meaning what you're getting back in dividends is smaller than what you'd be getting back if you bought one of these bonds. Consider one of the bonds. I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, it's perfectly fine to have your money giving you back 10% a year. Just having Firmament shoes, his 18 could be giving him back 1.8% a year if he bought this. If he bought like the Barita 10 fixed rate 2028, and he'd be getting 10% a year. Well, maybe a little different if it based on whatever, but you don't have to get into the details of it. There's bonds there, there's preference shares there. If you want to stay in the thing, stay in it, but just go into it with your eyes open. If you can't figure it out or you don't want to figure it out, link Danai. DHalladvisory.com.
DHalladvisory.com.
Yeah, if you want to learn about how to do it, ernick.com/grow, GRWR. And the next sitting of grow is the end of this month, August. It's August 20 something. I want to say August 29th. Saturday, August 29th. And it's a nice all-day session in front of your computer. At the end of the day, you know a whole lot more than you started. And even if you have a lot of knowledge, it's an amazing course. It will help you more than anything else that I can think of. Yeah, I'll go through maybe one or two of these comments. Like I said, if anybody wants to send something, it's like the last 5 minutes, so just send your speaking request now. If you have a question, know the time, and I'll just go through one or two of these. Travel with Brittany said that turned her off from them. They should have at least given a statement. I was just talking about Atlantic. It burned me once I'll stay clear, especially without an explanation. And that's Atlantic. And there are a lot of people thinking that while the retail might not have a lot of power in Trans Jamaica, we certainly have a lot of power in Atlantic. And a lot of people are asking the same question, so it's for them to speak about. And if I'm wrong about this, I don't think I'm wrong, but I'm open to it. So if I'm wrong about this, please let me know, because a lot of other investors would love to know this, and I really like Atlantic. I was happy for my investment in Atlantic. I got nice profit off them. I got out in profit, and I would love to go. I'd love to take some of that profit and go right back in. Interesting notice. She said again. Charlie Brittany said JC said the company is the one to disclose that. So if they don't come out and say it, we have to read between the lines. Yeah, and reading between the lines is pretty clear. It's there. You don't have to read between the line. Like Shay said, the very first line is so clear. It starts with suspended, and that's in the law. Ingrid, you ask where in the audited you can find the information you're going through, but it's confusing. You definitely should come and do grow, Ingrid. I can help you go through it. It can be confusing. And to answer your question early, it wouldn't be in this audited, it would be in the next audited that's to come out. But even before then, there are things that they can and should say, in my view, and a lot of other investors' view. They can come out and make it very clear, or they can stay quiet and it will come out eventually, but there's no hiding it really. It's tax. So we see you paying the tax, right? And I stress the audited because the quarterlies they should not, but being realistic, they are reported with maybe a little looser. The companies don't always they don't give as much detail. They don't give as much detail in the quarterlies as they do in the audited. And I've seen it's not uncommon for a company to have a mistake in the quarterlies and it has to be fixed in the audited. So I wouldn't watch that and read the law and you'll see it. Firmament got a big up from Tavares, who also says it's good to the exercise and feel what your gains are. And Brittany also said dollar has been going good since last month. And I assume when she said going good, she means she means the share price. And Tavares said Firmament, treat yourself to a grower class. I agree, Firmament. You really should. Use some of the gains. You won't even notice it. And Brittany says predicting a dip is definitely easier. Yeah, I agree with that. Predicting a dip is easier because of the fear. In fact, I think everybody's almost always trying to predict a dip. Predicting a dip accurately is easier, but also pretending you don't grow all know, so you don't know. But I don't know why you try. You figure, oh, I can just hear what I'm saying on BrickTalk. It's not the same. Even when it's the same, it's not the same. Trust me. Do grow and you'll see why. What info do you need to meet with D Hall? dhalladvisory.com. It has everything on it, I believe, right, Dana?
Yep.
Yeah, dhalladvisory.com.
You book a session and then you see you pay for the session and you see the calendar. You can book whenever you want there.
Yeah. Very, very easy. Book consultation and everything after that is cool. Is
Yep.
clear.
Email and
yeah. Right. I don't see anything else. Well, then I don't know if Shay jump off, but I'll ask anything in terms of financial independence. You think like it was your message that you want to tell the people, the masses of people who are looking at.
Boy, bro, the same thing I always say. Start investing. You don't get there without it. If you don't actively invest, then if you're investing anyway, it was not necessarily in a way that's going to pay off where you want it to. So start investing, figure out a plan, figure out what you want for your money, and invest towards that. And what you want for your money, what for your life. Because I think what's his name said it earlier. Oh boy, with the Christian co-worker. Saying about the doctors and lawyers and whatever. As we say, I don't know, it's a real experience. But yeah, you want to figure out what you do with your money. You want to figure out what your money does for you and invest towards that. So, same message as always. Start investing.
Yeah, and what about the people who have started though and are
then
like them did make a lot of money.
They pick up the halfway. They figure out, find out what exactly. You don't get anywhere without that goal.
True.
Figure out what you want to do. Figure out what exactly I need to do. What my money needs to do for me. Am I retiring with this? Am I just going to go to my house deposit? Figure that out and then figure out a plan towards what exactly my investments need to do to get there. Go along that plan.
Yeah. Yep. And you will be very surprised. It doesn't happen overnight. Even Transjamaica wasn't overnight. It's in Transjamaica, if you look at the actual thing, it took a long time to get to this overnight. And yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. And you can and will be surprised, however, by how quickly it don't happen as quickly as you think, but it don't take as long as you worry that it might take either. Before you know it, you're a lot further along than you might imagine.
Before you know it goes both ways. If you don't do it, then before you know it, then you're at the point where prepare to fail to prepare.
Prepare to fail. Yep.
And the time goes past either way. So do something Then do
Yeah.
the best you can with it.
And I'll point out again. Although Brittany, I realized when I saw Brittany was talking about when she said she have to hurry up and sell this morning, that was today, because we never did Brick Talk over on the holiday. I guess you're worried about a fall in TJH. I don't know if she sold or not. That'd be that's interesting. She did we hear Firmament say that he did sell, but what I know is important is that if you have money in TJH and you're excited, you feel good, do not be surprised if and when it falls. All right, it could fall Monday if the support leaves and the
Yep.
support isn't always there.
Mhm.
It could fall. It probably will fall, and then you get faced with a situation where you are having to be honest with yourself about, oh boy, you remember you said you would have did buy if it dropped to whatever.
Coulda.
Yeah, remember that, because it might give you that opportunity very, very quickly. It might
Yeah.
drop to single digits. And if it does, how much do you love Jamaica and it's the best? Or if you weren't in and you were 1-9, boy, I wish I could buy in, but is it too late? Well, if it dropped to 9, like Firmament says, then if you drop to 9 odd, then is it too late? No, it is not what you wanted, because back up to 12 is another nice, what's that? 9, forgot less than 950.
33.
How much? 30?
33.
26.
33%.
Oh, 9. Well, 9 to 12 is 30.
Oh,
yeah, well, I meant
okay,
950.
okay,
Yeah.
9. Okay. Yeah.
20 odd percent, and on strong volumes, that's very, very possible on strong volumes, and it has a history of that. So consider it. You don't have to have double-digit millions. You can have $10. The cheapest $12 can buy a Trans-Jamaica stock, 1 unit of Trans-Jamaica stock. So consider get into the market. All right. Does anybody else have any other questions? And I think that's a great time to call time on this. Yeah. 11.95. You think it's going to drop tonight? The money question. 11.95. 11.95 as a top bid. Traded down to 12
Interesting move
today.
them. I didn't check throughout the day, and nice to see.
17 million units traded today.
I'm very interested to if you follow down to below 10 still. As we say, you catch the 10 you for get right?
I was back to that psychological
How
point.
much you don't want to scare people? How much you don't want to scare the people?
But yo,
You could have.
if you're using OPM, and again, the people are truly mostly incidental to this thing. Who cares?
Mhm.
Yeah, I still believe.
Because again, and also OPM goes both ways. I mean, I might want to scare people and get them and them sell it to me, and I'm going back up again with it later. So
Everything the scared people sell you. Everything the scared people sell you here. Back up at 12, yeah.
Yeah. So can go either way. But that's not saying much, is it?
No, it's not, but it's saying so much regardless. You want to hear more, book a session with him or book a book girl or both.
Good combo.
Yeah, man. Best combo. All right, people. Thank you very, very much for your time. I hope it has been a great episode. Hope everybody has enjoyed it. Thank you to Shay. Thank you to Danai for doing it. And it's been an Brick Talk. Good night.
On the good people. See you next